All right, welcome back to Cricket for Americans. A very sleepy yet awake Nick here, and we are excited for this final match of this regular season for Mumbai versus SRH. This is it, guys. This is it. SRH wins, and they're in the playoffs. If they lose, they're out. Bumrah is out. Rohit is in. Anything could happen. We'll see what's happening. Gabe will be here in a minute. Miniteum, hello. Arav, hello. Marcelino, hello. Legendary assassin hit already with the is this IPL fixed? No, I don't think so at all. Phil, what's up? Arav, what's up? Arjit, what's up? Shaw, what's up? Swapnil, what's up? Rainfire, how are you doing? Bolt and Hardick not playing. They're all resting. Wow. Making it easier for SRH. Making it easier for them. A lot of guys are out. We already have them calling for it, Gabe. They're already saying it's all fixed.
Shenanigans. Okay? I'm calling a farce. I'm calling a huckster. I'm calling it right now. Bro, this thing is absolutely fixed. Who do I call? I'm calling the BCCI. Really? They sit both Bolt and Bumrah? That's just disrespectful.
Then why is Rohit playing? If they didn't care about this match, why would you play Rohit Sharma and not just rest him up for international play?
Why would you sit both Bolt and Bumrah? At least give your team
what
a chance.
I say yesterday, man. A lot of teams like to rest with this. This is a meaningless game for Mumbai. Listen, if you're Mumbai, and maybe it's a little bit of hubris, right? But
it is.
If I'm Mumbai, I don't care about this match. I gotta get ready for the playoffs. I have the next two matches that are the most biggest deals in my life right now. I don't care about this game.
I was giving Mumbai all kinds of love, and they have now become my new mortal enemies. I'm telling you. I hated them before because you picked them, but now I hate them because literally what they're doing is despicable. Oh, guys.
Siddhartha, Abhishek, Boomer, Laughter Express, Gunjan, Andy. Yeah, we got fake Eilish in the house. Lazy Superstar. Everybody, how are you doing? Kush. Love you all. Rashab. There's a boundary for DeCock. Now, I was going to root for SRH just because I don't want to see KKR in there, just because I don't want Gabe to be the least little bit happy. I don't want him to be the least bit happy. But I can't root against my team. I just can't do it. I thought I'd be able to. I can't do it. So let's go Mumbai. Now, if SRH wins, I'm not going to be that upset because I would love to see a team like them wreck the playoffs, not against Mumbai, but against the other teams, and not against RCB.
Why would you play your?
I just want KKR out. That's all I want.
This happens. All jokes aside, guys, this happens in America all the time. Especially, I think it's in like football. A lot of teams, especially when they get a bye, will then rest players the game before that because those are meaningless games. And then what happens? They come back and they're not as sharp and they get beat. And you know it, Nick. It's always a controversy. Do you rest your players or do you keep
controversy in the NFL? But this is a different type of animal, right? This is where I understand what you're saying. And as far as jinxing goes, as far as trends go, in other sports, it never works well. But this is what I'll say. In baseball, would you rest your pitchers before the playoffs? Absolutely. You wouldn't even think about touching them out there unless you have to clinch a game to get to the playoffs. There's no way. And not just that, but these guys have international play coming up. So I understand it. So let's see. They have Yadafin, Kashan, Tawari, Coulter Nile, Pattinson. I missed the other one there, but obviously
basically they pulled both. They pulled
Bolt and put in Coulter Nile.
Yeah,
they pulled. They kept Tawari in there, and then they took Rohit and took out. They took out Hardik Pandya.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, at least get Pandya in there, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't understand what they did here, honestly. What's my team's fantasy name? Sweep the leg, guys. Sweep the leg.
So I only had 2 guys going today left over from the previous matches. It's Sean and Bumrah. Obviously, Boomer's not playing, so that sucks. So I picked up the Hitman and I picked up Warner. That's right. I picked up double captains. I'm not messing around today.
Whoa, wait a minute. Did they also get rid of is Sky not playing?
No, he's playing.
Oh my god! If they had got rid of Sky, bro, because somebody said Yadav's not playing, I would have really just, bro, like,
Yeah, Boomerang does not get a chance at purple cap. What did I tell you yesterday? He doesn't care about that purple cap. He cares about that championship ring.
Well, guys, quick question: do the matches in the playoffs count? Somebody keeps saying that the matches in the playoffs count.
Count for what?
For purple cap. So, for instance, if he gets wickets during the playoffs, that'll count. Which I don't think it's right, because think about it. Then all the guys that didn't make it to the playoffs, those stats, you know what I'm saying? Yes, they count.
Oh, wow.
That's crazy.
I didn't know that.
So he still has a shot at it, but
yeah, in American sports, the playoffs don't count for stats, for career stats, or for awards. I'm always jealous the kind of shape that DeCock is in.
Yeah, he's savage.
He wears an extra size smaller, and I don't blame him. It counts.
The only
what about the Dream 11 season? That doesn't keep going, right? The playoffs, it's just over now.
Yeah, it's over. It should be, hopefully.
Right, I have no transfers left. Oh, wow.
Wow,
oh,
what
nice.
a stop.
Jeez. I didn't think he had that kind of reach. The stash likes it.
Dude, have you noticed that ever since the stash came, bro, that's like his playoff beard, bro. He will not cut that thing. Ugh, it's so bad.
No, playoff stats. I mean, they'll keep track of a category of playoff stats, its own category. But like if a guy has, say, 49 home runs, getting to 50 home runs in baseball is a big deal. If a guy has 49 home runs in the regular season, doesn't matter if he gets 4 or 5 in the playoffs, he still has 49 for that season.
Correct.
I almost picked up Rashid Khan. I almost did it, but I just figured a batsman that goes off will potentially get me more points. Now, if a bowler gets like 3, 4, or 5 wickets, then they can get you a lot of points too. But
yeah, I thought about it because it's Sharjar, you know what I mean, dude? Like just to go with batsman, but I went with a bowler, and I wanted Rashid Khan, but I only had 2 transfers left, so I'm glad I didn't go with.
Oh, thank goodness!
Glad I didn't go with Bumrah yesterday.
Jody?
So I got Natharajan. I added. I mean, I already have Quentin the Cock in this game, and I got Ishan Kashan, but I also added Natharajan and
I hope he gets lit up.
And David Warner. So we'll see what happens.
Even orange cap runs count. Man, can you imagine that? Can you imagine? So KL Raul, right? He's on a team that's not going to the playoffs. He's got a hope. I mean, he's got like a 100-point lead, but he's got to hope DeJuan doesn't pull off a 50 or 100 and pass him up.
That's brutal.
Can you imagine?
That's brutal. I mean,
we are not used to that at all.
It's Sharjar, bro. So the only reason I could think of wanting to keep your guys out is because it's a small field and you don't want them getting lit up right before the playoffs. I just, man, I can't believe they benched both of them. You know what I also can't believe? They've got to drop Johnny Bairstow. They got to do it. Padicle will 100% get the orange cap. I see it, man, because especially if playoff stats count.
Not 100%, people. Come on.
Well, I mean,
he's down. He's behind DeJuan. DeJuan's ahead of him. And as good as Padicle has got, we have not seen Padicle get 100. We've seen DeJuan get 2 of them. I'm not saying he's going to get another one in the playoffs, but we've seen it.
And we've also seen 2 ducks by him. Just saying.
Stop it. We got an angry Gabe this morning.
Dude, I woke up, bro. It was like, listen, I'm rooting for Mumbai, but I'm so mad at them for what they did. You know what I mean? Like, right now.
Are you rooting for Mumbai?
Bro, I need them in. If they don't get in, then I need them to win. If not, then KKR is out. SRK is sitting home pissed right now. Like, oh, these heathens. No film rolls for you.
Oh, that's an out. My captain. There we go. Oh, no. He got Rohit Sharma out. I thought that was the cock. Oh, my captain just got my vice captain out. Once again, I cannot make a decision to save my life.
Not a fantasy decision. I'll take
my gosh.
That's just a killer.
Bro, my gosh. That sucks.
That is just a killer right there. What's it say, Gabe? I'm going to report you to PETA. I'm going to have to report you to PETA for eating too many crows this season. I hope I have to eat a crow that these guys just didn't throw this game. But it feels that way. Why? It's not letting me highlight any of the comments. Oh, because I came in as a guest, huh, Nick?
Oh, Arav only gets a half day today for election day? Oh, that sucks.
That's ridiculous.
So daylight savings, Minutium, it goes from the fall to the spring. It's not exactly 6 months. It's like 5 months. November to March, right? Or maybe it's April. I can't remember. It's some month in springtime. You move your clocks. I absolutely think it's stupid, in my opinion. I think it's dumb. I don't get it. It's supposed to save the daylight and this or that, but you go like literally. This is dramatic, but you go from it being nighttime at 8 o'clock to it be like nighttime at 5:30. To me, it makes no sense. It should be the absolute opposite. It really should. If they did the opposite of the way they do it right now, then you would have the nighttime be the same time every single day. I don't understand it. I think it's stupid.
Well, it doesn't make sense anymore. There we go, Sky. It doesn't make sense anymore because the original reason was for the farmers, right? But because of industrial farmer, it doesn't matter if they get that extra light of daylight, does it?
For the farmers?
That's what it was originally.
No, it needs to be for me. I don't like it, so they need to change it.
Nick does not approve.
Yeah, I do not approve that message.
Let's go, Sky.
I can't believe Rohit Sharma went out for of all the decisions I could have made. I'm like, oh, this guy's well rested. This guy shows up. This guy is here for a reason. Oh no, he's here for 4. And look at Warner with the decent catch. The stats definitely give him extra power.
Bro. Bad. Right now, KKR is just like, come on. But Sky can go off for 50 or 100. We know the cock can.
New survey out suddenly. A population of crow in LA is decreasing drastically, Gabe.
It's been a rough season for the killer. I'm not going to lie. It's been a rough season for the killer. I'm not going to lie. Savannah has had to figure out new ways of creating the crow dish for me. Okay, I'm not just eating it. I need to have it with potatoes, baked, fried, fricasseed. Just to let you guys know, crow tastes like chicken, just like everything else.
Oh, snap.
Oh, man.
No, I have not checked out the merch from the link you sent me. I appreciate the link. I'll get I'll get to that eventually. There's a few things I want to get done today. That might be on the list on this day off of mine. Oh, man, there's that fielder again. I don't know his name, but he's doing a great job.
Bro, he's stealing runs from me is what he's doing. That's 2 boundaries that he stopped for singles. Heathen. Come on, Sky. I need you in there for a minute. Orange cap and purple cap. Rabada and KO Raul.
Abhishek says, Nick, you shouldn't pick players. If you do, tell me which ones. I agree with you. Oh, one down. I absolutely agree with you. I mean, it's not even funny. There's been how many days of cricket for the IPL, and I have chosen a captain or a vice captain correctly, like maybe 5 times. I mean, I am horrible at it. It's not even funny. It's been determined. I can choose teams to go to the playoffs, but I can't choose a fantasy whatsoever, and I can't choose a team in the CPL.
And then the one time that almost everybody on your team went out, you forgot to add a captain and vice captain. Remember that? I was like, oh, man. Bro, did you see they were talking about it in the pre warm-up game? Jason Holder's been a revelation for SRH, bro.
Yes.
Now, let me know. Have you guys heard anything? What's going to happen? Are they just going to drop Bairstow? Because the fact that they didn't bring back Bairstow, they've already dropped him for, what's this, a 3rd game in a row? That relationship has got to be fractured.
I don't know, because I didn't read the article, but I saw a headline title that said England is resting Archer, Stokes, and Sam Curran for whatever their next international match is. So there's some room for Bairstow there.
Well, no. I understand that. I'm just saying from this team, from
well, obviously not. He's not here in the qualifying match, so
he's done. I mean, I'm asking for a trade, or I'm asking to be dropped if I'm Bairstow.
Warner. Oh, the stash ad again.
The thievery going on out there.
Give me some fantasy points for that. Come on.
Bro, I'm telling you, they've saved about 3 boundaries so far today.
Yeah, that's probably pretty accurate, actually. I love to correct you, but you're accurate on that one.
Dude, so mad.
Dude, that's a nice slide too, man. I would love to slide on that grass.
Oh, man.
It'd be funny, David. I'm not sure if David Warner has little kids, but if he does, and his kid's like, "Hey, Mom, I want to see Dad go to work today," so they turn on the TV and they see their dad sliding. That's what Dad does for work.
I support Mumbai Indians today because of KKR. I agree, PVC. Arab, most valuable player for the Royals, Archer, no question. I mean, Archer is the reason they even made it as far as they did, getting all those wickets in the power play. I mean, second, I would say, is Ben Stokes, but he went there all year long.
So you want to guess who I think is the non-most valuable player for the Royals?
Oh, boy. Drive by Nick.
His initials are TC.
Warner does a lot of videos with his wife and kids, TikTok. Yeah, Savannah does a lot of videos cool. with my daughter on TikTok. It's hilarious.
Is that 2 daughters? That's awesome. Or $3. They all look like him without the stash. Well, I sure hope so. Steve Smith, as far as non-valuable, it was close. It was a close call, but TC takes the cake.
So somebody said, Nick, and I hate it when I can't go in the other way because it doesn't allow me to highlight the comments. But somebody said that, where is it? Oh, I can't. Bairstow will be back next season, hopefully with better form for SRH's sake. You really think Burstow's going to be back? Bro, you bench me. Players have egos, man.
Not in cricket, buddy. Not in cricket.
This is an English player got benched by an Australian player. I'm like, bro, drop me.
Oh, wow.
I'm serious.
We're bringing the nationalism here.
I'm just serious. Is there not a rivalry between the two?
Nick, do you mean MS Dhoni? He was a TC in the railway system. No, unfortunately, he does not play for Rajasthan Royals. I will say, though, there's a boundary for De Kock. I will say, MS Dhoni, we did not see him in his best form this season. That's for sure.
No, definitely agree with that. But he ain't getting dropped unless he drops himself. I'm just saying, though, you dropped Bairstow. You really don't think he feels some kind of way about that, Nick?
Great point, Abhishek. $1 million or my ego?
Well, you don't think somebody else would give him $1 million? Stop it.
He's not getting on lot A after being benched from SRH. I'll take my $1 million. Conversation, argument closed.
Pratt is overrated.
Man.
Someone
just told him that Sandeep Sharma stole his lunch money at some point. He just harassed him.
Go outside. I like to see when the Bulls go outside.
Oh, yes. There's 4 guys out there, but they do have their masks on.
Yo, my man was like, give me those cookies.
Don't you think it's crazy that literally everyone in the world, for the most part, owns a mask now? I mean, within like 6 months, 7 billion people have all owned a mask and they wear. Like, I still can't get over the trend. I was at church the other day and just looking around and seeing all the people wearing their masks. I'm just saying, this is the new norm. I hate this new norm.
But you know what's crazy? It's been like that in China for a while.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
And
De Kock is still mad at Sandeep.
Oh,
I think Sandeep means to take him deep.
Back to back and belly to belly. Oh,
and you have De Kock, right?
Oh, you know it.
I hate your guts.
Oh, he just went back to back and belly to belly. Give me those 2 6s.
Belly to belly. Suplex City. Oh my gosh. 85 meters. Yeah, that's out anywhere, pal.
Admire that thing. I believe De Kock just caused a pileup outside. Okay.
Has Sandeep already given up 16 of this over?
16, cousin.
He's like their best bowler.
Nick, big over alert.
Too late for you punk. Oh, and he's out. This guy is feast or famine. There's a fantasy squad for you, Gabe. But at least he got 16 before he went down.
He got me 25, actually, which has a vice.
I mean, his last 3 balls, he got 16.
Bro, this is brutal. They're going to lose. Mumbai's going to lose, and KKR is gone.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
That was so smart by Sandeep, bro.
Oh, man.
He just kept going wider and wider.
Seriously, why swing at that garbage?
Because you're already in swing mode. At least he didn't go out for my vice captain gave me 25 runs.
Yeah, my vice captain got me 4 runs. Jeez.
Ooh, 12,000. I crossed the 12,000 threshold.
Wow, congrats, brother.
Appreciate that.
For a newbie?
For a noob. I'll take it.
I'm pretty happy with my 31st or 32nd place, but man, that's impressive.
You know,
I guess you're not all that bad, Gabe.
You know, I'm not bad at life like some other people. Just bad at picking teams.
Who are you referring to? Who's bad at life?
The person who shall remain nameless.
Stop. Oh, I did not even think about that. Stop it.
Oh, what do you think? You the only guy that can do drive-bys? Come on.
Right. You taught me how. All right, Kashawn, we need 100 here.
Oh, you got Kashawn on your team, huh?
I love this guy.
Yeah, I got Kashawn too.
Oh,
This is my last
you got
Mumbai
2
Indian.
appointments. I forgot about that.
Last of the Mohicans for me.
My wife is the only one that schedules appointments on days off. Ugh.
I got an appointment this morning too, actually. Not till 10:30, so I'll catch the game.
Oh, man. That's just bad luck. You make contact with it, and it bounces back to the stumps. Sharma's still bowling. That's how you protect it. There you go. It's Kashan. The palo. The hair is getting longer. Sandeep Sharma can't wait to get his overs done so he can get his tank top back on.
Nick, there goes our rule. You don't want to lose 2 in the power play. Not looking good for your Mumbai Indians. Not looking good for me.
Remember, either way, I'm good because KKR, if they get bounced, I'm a happy man, my friend.
That means
Oh,
you would
so happy.
That means
The
you would have.
wife and the mistress of my friend are not invited to the party.
Yeah, I mean, this is they still deep though. Look at that. They got Ishan Kashan, Tawari, Pollard, and Krunal can actually hit, bro. He hasn't had as many opportunities, but I've seen him hit this year. Go out and get 20.
Well, yeah, he's on the best team in the IPL right now. Of course he can hit. Another Shabazz? Another Shabazz? Praneeth, you got Sandeep on your team. That's good. Gave some runs, though.
Oh, yes, I remember that. CSK lost 6 in the power play against Mumbai Indian. You know what the difference was, though, guy? You know what the difference was? They had a guy named Bumrah. They had a guy named Bolt. Those guys ain't there today. Just saying. Just saying. Mohit, you really think that's going to happen? Come on.
Hey, these guys, they destroyed me when I clowned Coulter Niles 50 in his first match up there. They clowned me. So this guy, he's going to get 3 wickets today. Just watch.
I mean, he better, man. I'm telling you, this is. Do you think that SRK has formally gotten on a phone call and filed a complaint as a team owner? I'm just curious. Like, this is unacceptable.
SRK just had his birthday yesterday, didn't he? Or the day before that? He's very busy man on his birthday.
And this is what the Mumbai Indians give him for his birthday?
You know I love SRK and his movies, but I want him to go down with KKR.
Man. I just thought, too, as competitive as the Mumbai Indian owners are, I could see sitting Bumrah, but both of them? That's crazy, man. Come on, guys. Just make it through this over without giving up another wicket. Can you do that much? Bro, David Warner must be the fastest man on earth, bro. He's everywhere. Gosh.
I think you're thinking of Usain Bolt.
I think David Warner would beat him in a race. All right? He's everywhere. Everywhere. Gosh. Gabe, you already sold your CSK stock. I mean, is CSK cap negative? That's not going to happen.
Burned it. He burned it.
Look, they're both supporting Mumbai today. It's crazy. 2020 has gone. I have to, guys. I got to get KKR in there. This hurts more than beyond hurt.
No, I don't like you supporting my team. It makes me feel jinxed. Makes me feel dirty. Like now we're gonna lose because you're supporting it.
I feel that they're gonna lose because they sat down Bumrah and they sat down Trent Bolt. Can I get one more plate of crow this year? Just one? Let me be wrong. Let them put up 200 plus.
I know about Mr. Nags. I was talking about him in R3 Wickets yesterday. Actually, I was watching some of his videos. Virat Kohli loves Mr. Nags. You know who's a big fan of Mr. Nags? Anushka Sharma. That's right. She said that right in front of her husband. That was hilarious.
He is super funny. I was watching. He's got like the fakest wig and mustache. That's got to be fake, right? Dude?
I would love to see him without that stuff.
Oh my god!
He says, oh, what's his thing about the? He says only peas. What does he say? No sleaze, only peas.
Dude, that's actually a funny segment.
His real name is Dinesh.
All right, here goes Natarajan. Ooh, daddy.
I hope SRH wins by 1 run after 3 super overs so we can see Gabe melt. Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly what I need.
I know, Gabe. Stop looking at my wife today, man. What's your problem?
Hey, I'll tell you, man. Her looking good today. Her looking good. I need her.
Always.
I need her.
Always. She's the best looking at the ball, my friend. She has been all season.
Oh, man. And what's so frustrating is that it just comes down to that net run rate, man.
Dude, look at my 2 teams, both with a Q next to their name. None of your teams have that Q yet. I love it.
Bro, that's why I need them to get in. If not, you'd have, because I think, didn't you put the Sunrisers in as well at the beginning of the season? Oh my gosh, you'd have 3 of them in. That's so brutal. You noticed I wore the fatigue today, right? That's because I'm ready for war. Let's go.
Oh, man alive. Ishan Kishan has seen like 6 balls and has 0 runs.
He's warming himself up.
Get off the schneid. Oh, my God. You can't even sniff a run. It's your man, Natarajan's in there.
He's nice, bro. I love his story, too. Some of these guys, man, just you can't help but to root for them. The 3 versus 4. Can you imagine, though, if KKR somehow makes it in? The 3-4 matchup is my mistress versus yours. It'd be RCB versus KKR. Oh, that'd be a fun game to root. Ooh.
Swapnil says that Nags is the brother of the actress who played Cuckoo on Sacred Games. No way.
Really?
That's
Okay.
awesome.
Alka says I want 6 super overs. Oh my gosh. What are you guys doing to me? 6 super overs.
My score prediction for this game, now that we've seen almost 7 overs, I think Mumbai.
Oof.
I think they get to 172. I really do.
Yeah, I'd say probably Mumbai.
Oh, so close.
Come on, go all the way. Of course not. Jeez. Let's go, Sky.
Oh, did he get a finger on that?
Nah, he didn't touch it. Woo.
Oh, it's Sean. Calm down. You got 2 runs now.
I'll take those.
Yes, happy election day, guys. We're going to find out. You know, they should give us a day after election day off because these results come in super, super late.
Savannah was actually saying that, bro, because she was like, since I was a little girl, I've always watched the election results come in. It's something that her family does. But, if you're up, sometimes it's going to be midnight plus as results are coming in. And it's like, yo, you know what I mean? Like
super late, man. You either stay up and watch it and you don't get much sleep, or you don't stay up and watch it and you find out when you wake up.
Oh, okay.
I'll never forget. 4 years ago, we were at a movie with a friend, I want to say we were watching Doctor Strange or something like that. When we went to the movie theaters and we walked out, and one of our friends is like, dude, Trump is leading. And we're like, oh, it's not going to last. Don't worry. That was 4 years ago. It's crazy.
Listen, you know what's funny? And we don't talk politics here, but normally the pollsters are so confident. Not one person, everybody's like, man, you know, they got like, what do you call it? Oh man, Rashid Khan. Don't attack Rashid Khan. Come on, guys, just survive the over. What are you doing? Come on.
Attack him.
Jeez.
Go after him.
Don't you want your Mumbai Indians to win, you fool? Come on, what are you doing to me?
I'm never afraid of this guy. Come on.
What? Rashid Khan?
Come on. I don't sweat him.
Bruh. Look at the dude's numbers.
Did you just call me a piece of women's underwear?
Did it sound that way? I mean, bruh. No,
that's a line from one of my favorite movies that no one knows about called Airborne.
Never heard of it.
Oh, good.
Get it out.
Good. Oh, look at this guy. He just slowly picks it up like it's no big deal.
Bro, David Warner must have these guys running. That's what they've been doing all tournament long, running laps. They're the fastest team ever.
Gabe, you're supporting Mumbai Blasphemer.
I need KKRN, people. The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
What have you guys been saying all season? He's a secret love with Mumbai.
Stop it.
Now it's true.
Come on, stop it.
My gosh, they can't sniff a boundary. It gets so close. But Jeez. Airborne is this movie about this kid who goes from the West Coast to the East Coast to stay with his aunt and uncle or something like that. And he's a rollerblader and a skateboarder. And out where he's at, the East Coast, they can care less about that kind of stuff for the most part. And so he's like this California kid with long blonde hair or whatever. And it's got a young Jack Black in it, which is kind of funny. But anyways, the whole movie has this like rollerblading competition down this hill. And he's with these one guys who are like the rejects. And it's actually a pretty good movie. But he calls Jack Black bruh. It's like, not right now, bruh. Did you just call me a piece of women's underwear? I just always thought that was hilarious.
This is funny. Gabe is a closet Mumbai Indians fan. Guys, I can just appreciate how much talent they have.
Cannot get a boundary.
Bro, this is what you see if you go to Sunrisers training session. David Warner has him running like marathon run. Everybody's hitting laps. It's been 45 minutes. Run! We're going on 2 hours. Run! With his mustache, bro. Look,
I know it's not the power play anymore, but that's 4 or 5 balls that could have been a boundary.
Bro, this is
a difference of 7 runs and like 20 runs.
Bro, this is the fastest team ever.
Strategic timeout. 59-8. They're not scoring too mad right now, but remember, RCB had 60 yesterday after 10. And that's a drive-by on my RCB team. But my point is, you cannot predict the score after just 8 overs.
Run! I'm telling you, man.
You're out of control.
Bro, can you explain how literally in that last power play, all those drives, how did they get to everyone? It's the power play, right? So they're supposed to only have 2 guys out there and everybody else
Unfortunately, they just weren't hit enough. They weren't hit hard enough. They were all close, though.
Jeez. Fastest team ever. I would put the Sunrisers up against the American track team at the Olympics. You know what I'm saying? Put them up against the 4x4 team.
Do you realize that RCB had KL Raul on their squad twice?
And let him go.
KL Raul. Now, the last time, I think it was 2016 or something like that. In 2017, he had a season-long injury. And so you can kind of understand sometimes with that long injury, like, oh, we don't know what kind of form this guy's going to be in. Kings 11 picked up in the auction. They had him. They had Chris Gale. They had Stoinis not too long ago.
Bro, I'm telling you, and we mentioned it yesterday. Losing is it's a culture, right? And
yeah, Shane Watson. Shane Watson. That was the other one I was going to mention. Yes, very good. He was on their squad too.
A lot of times it doesn't even matter who's on the team. It just matters the dynamic of the team. You know what I'm saying, bro? And if they feel that pressure, like, bro, think about the Cubs. How long had it been since the Cubs has won 100+ years? Think about the Red Sox. They hadn't won in like same thing. It was 100 years, 90-something years.
What was that year that they broke out of their funk? What was that?
I hate you. The year that doesn't exist, by the way.
You're the one that brought it up, man.
I marked it off my calendar. And since that year, they've won 2 World Series and been to the playoffs like literally 6 times, I think, or 7 times. They just got the monkey off their back.
Technically, they've won 3 World Series.
Well, since that year, they've won.
I know, 2. But the way you say that's like such a political Yankee fan thing to make it seem more minimal. They've won 2 since then. They've won 3. How many the Yankees won since then?
If you include that year, yes, 3. But I'm just saying, it just takes to get that monkey off your back. You know what I'm saying, dude? It just does. So, because Sean is playing poorly, man. Gosh.
That's an understatement.
Sky's doing his Sky things.
Yeah, he is.
Come on.
Oh, I watched episode 7 last night. I want to talk about Merziper so bad, but I'm not going to.
I haven't done it yet.
I thought you watched it.
No. I was going to watch it that day, and you said I was going to watch it that day, and you was like, no, we don't have time. So I got maybe halfway through.
I thought you had already watched it, and you asked me if you watched it yet.
Yeah, because I was trying to do it that day, but since you said no, I didn't watch it.
Oh, man. What spoilers did I text you? Oh, man, I thought you watched it.
No, we will watch it. I will watch it today, and we can review it tonight.
I had no idea, man. I thought for sure you had seen it, and you were just waiting for me.
Nah. Bro, you know what? I'm calling the BCCI. I'm calling Sunrisers got 1,000 fielders out there. What do they got? 14, 15 players on the field? We can't buy a boundary. Jeez.
Man, I don't like when you root for my team. You're too crazy. Go back and
come on, man.
You're bad luck.
They're everywhere. I am bad luck. I'm mush.
Look at all those singles.
Gosh. You want to hear something funny? My brother, who shall remain nameless, who has a gambling issue, calls me last night in the middle of the game, excited. And he's like, I took the Giants, baby. 500. I lie to you not, Nick. That's exactly when the game turned around. They all blew me up on our family text stream. Gabe's mush. Why'd you call Gabe? Wait, it gets better.
Dude,
it gets better.
Gambling problem.
It gets better. Then he shows us his ticket. I didn't even think he could do this. He bet on Biden to win. And they're like, 4 more years of Trump. And I'm like, yes, you can gamble on that. Yes, bro, I'm not even joking. He has a problem. And he bet on Biden to win. And I'm like, bro, what are you doing to me, man?
This whole city has a gambling problem, man. They bet on everything.
I didn't think you could do that, bro. They bet on the presidential election. And I'm like, crazy. Bro, it's mush. It's mush. I'm telling you, I am mush. Do you guys know that understand that what do you call it? That reference?
Oh my gosh, that was close.
Oh, so close.
You even got a hand on that. Jeez. You got a family to think about, pal. Yeah, that hurts.
Biden is 1-6. I know the run rate. 1 to 1.6. I too know the rate. That's funny. That you can gamble on it. Mush is from a movie called The Bronx Tale, and he is bad luck, basically. And there's a couple of scenes that's funny where they're gambling, right? And they're at the dog race at the horse track. They're at the horse track, and everybody in this Italian neighborhood got a tip on this horse called De Niro's in it, called Kryptonite. So everybody got this tip. People put big money on it. The horse is ahead by 2 lengths, guys. And the horse is running. And everybody's like, yeah, we're going to win money. They're all kissing each other on the cheeks and stuff. You know, they're Italians. They're gangsters. They're like, oh, this is a beautiful thing. All of a sudden, Mush comes down the stairs. Big, fat, chunky guy with a little, come on, kryptonite. Come on, kryptonite. Everybody looks back and they start ripping up their ticket. So the young kid that's learning to be a gangster goes, what are you guys doing? We're winning. He said, that horse can't win. He's been mushed. The horse fell down and broke his leg with one leg to go. I am mush, people. That is me. I'm telling you.
That's ridiculous.
Bro.
The single streak has continued.
This ain't going to do it.
Look at this. I already bet on Trump. Gabe has a gambling problem. I love that.
Oh, man. I'm telling you, I'm mush, man. You can't even make
crazy. You're gambling on the presidential race.
Dude, I was shocked. He said me that. I'm like, B, are you serious? He's like, oh, yeah, you can bet on anything. And I mean, we found that out during the lockdown. People were betting on chess, Nick. They were betting on darts. They were like dart tournaments that were like broadcasted. And he would send this ticket. Look what I found. Look what I found. Like, bro, we need a family intervention. Right?
You guys do. That's a problem.
You're betting on women's field hockey, bro. That's a problem.
Man, this strike rate for this team, this run rate is just horrible.
One time, Nick, he calls me and he goes, bro, I got a hot tip. I'm going with Siena versus Fordham. What? I'm thinking like college football, whatever. He's like, and we still got family in New York. And I'm going with Siena versus Fordham. It's women's field hockey. There was a flu outbreak with Fordham, so they had all backup players in or whatever. And this is like 3 years ago. And I'm like, bro, you're betting women's field hockey? Are you kidding me? Of course, I didn't bet it. And he won because it was all the backups. But I'm like, that's a problem, bro. That's a problem.
He needs to just be a day trader or something like that. The stocks.
Oh man.
Oh, super over in Pakistan match. Oh, I gotta turn that on real quick.
There you go. There you go. You guys gave him what he wanted. Believe it or not, there is a darts World Cup. Yes, I believe it. I definitely believe it. Come on, Ashan. This is where you take singles. Oh, go out. Oh, there we go. Give me that 6.
You want singles? We take 6s, brother. This is Mumbai. This is a winning team, all right? You're not used to that.
Wow. Drive by. But you know what? I'll take it.
This guy asked for a single. Get out of here with that nonsense. Let me guess. It's not on Willow. Why would it be on Willow? I'm going to go to YouTube.
Oh, Willow's going to get a very angry letter from me. Nick, look. Darts go hard. Darts go hard. Bro, you can bet on anything in Vegas. It's a problem. The Super Bowl alone has over 200 prop bets.
What's that? He did a somersault.
I think to me, Nick, the craziest bet in the Super Bowl is the coin. The coin flip is it's the most random thing. 50-50, bro.
Heads. Gotta take heads.
Get out of here, man.
You want to know where I get that from? Madden. Okay, Madden is always heads. Like 80% of the time. Forward to the super over. Boundary to the super over. Zimbabwe's bowler is like, what are you talking about?
Women's field hockey is better than the Super Bowl. If you ask my brother, it is, bro.
78 for 2. That was a little better of an over. Got 12 in that over.
Madden toss is rigged, Nick. The Madden toss is rigged.
Hey, I understand it's a video game, but it's science, my friend.
Oh my
Look
gosh.
at that. Babar with a 125, Gabe. Jeez.
Oh, Babar.
On 125 balls, but this is ODI. Jeez, 125 for Babar Azam. Let's see. Muzarabani, 5 wickets, a fifer for Zimbabwe. Jeez.
Come on, Sky. Take him deep.
Take him deep. This is your bowler they're going against.
I don't care.
Oh, he says, I don't care.
Am I finishing first? No. So the difference to me between 19th or 21st or 21st doesn't matter. If
They're
you
not sending Babar Azam out in the super over? Wow. What am I missing, guys?
Maybe he's tired.
Oh, that was close.
Oh, really close.
What am I missing? I do like the red from Zimbabwe, though. That's a nice color. The red with the orange. That is slick.
It was outside leg, but still close.
Pakistan has played poor cricket in this series, Muhammad says. Best of luck to Zimbabwe. All the haters. Match will be decided by super over. Oh, my goodness gracious. An ODI super over.
Come on. Let's go, Sky. This does feel dirty rooting for Mumbai Indians.
Dude, you're messing up our team.
It's so bad.
There you go. Nice little flick.
And of course, somebody's there. There's 87 fielders out there. They're everywhere.
Yeah, Minute TM, you got a point. Zimbabwe, I'm sure they got some great players on, like Taylor and whatnot, but no, it's caught. Oh, in the Zimbabwe match, first ball, and he's out.
At the super over?
Yes.
Wow.
Pakistan, the first ball, and he hits that. I thought I was going to go for a 6, to tell you the truth.
All right, Ishan Kishan.
Come on, Kishan.
It's just single guaranteed. Somebody will be there. See?
The first ball, and he's out.
Oh, daddy.
Ahmed.
What are you watching on Nick?
On YouTube. And the cool thing is, since I watched the other match on YouTube, it automatically was on my recommended list. Oh my gosh. Fakhar is now at the strike. The first ball and a wicket.
Who am I supporting? I'm supporting KKR, which means I need Mumbai to win.
And the guy who got the fifer gets a wicket on the very first ball.
Ooh.
Now that's interesting. Playoff stats, playoff stats count for a player's year, but super over stats don't count. Explain that one to me.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Explain that to me.
My boy Loki Ferguson would disagree.
We got a super chat here. Hey, just joined the stream. Loved our 3 wickets yesterday. Agreed to every word you said on Kohli. Thank you, India 2.0. I look at Natarajan doing his thing. I was nervous to say what I said. And, that was almost another out. But I got to be real. Always got to be real. And I will say that the things that we say, that I say, that are maybe controversial are getting less and less hate, because I think you guys are understanding that we're just speaking our mind. We're just speaking the truth the way we say it. But I appreciate that. Appreciate that a lot. I thought I was going to get banned from all India fans.
You're used to it. There's a couple countries you can't go to. The Army has a look. I still got to look out for you at the airport.
Listen, Srijith, I don't watch soccer, all right? In other sports, though, extra innings, overtime, those stats all count. I just don't get it. If you're going to tell me that the playoff stats count, how does the super over stats not count? Oh, no, they're going to review it. How do the super over stats not count? It's technically part of that match.
It's close. What do you think?
I don't know. I'm watching two screens right now.
It's close, man.
My heart tells me that he's good.
His foot might have been up in the air. It was behind the line for sure.
Oh, he's out. He's out.
No, his foot's on the line.
No, it's angled. His toes are on the line. I don't think he has any part of his the balls of his feet on the line. Look at that.
Oh.
Yeah, he's out, brother.
Oh my gosh. That's how you lose Sky.
Busy posing, trying to keep his form after his swing.
That's frustrating.
Did they just get bowled out in the super over? Oh, Pakistan does not want this match at all. Did they just get bowled out? Or do they already go through 6 balls? My gosh, that's a man amongst boys right there.
Zimbabwe won. Wow.
And he's super tall. No, it's not over yet. That was just the first part of the super over, I believe, right? Or is that the game? I thought that was the beginning of the super over.
This is my fate, guys. All I need is Mumbai to win. Mumbai. Oh, gosh. There's still Pollard. And this is Sharjah. So the 6s can be a reigning, but this don't look good, guys. Kunal Pandya. Kunal, please.
Oh, dude. You're on camera. Put your mask on. Don't have it at your chin. Put your mask on. Yeah. Pakistan still gets to bowl. Shaheen, of course, Shaheen's bowling for him in the super over. I think they only got 2 runs, though. Oh, my gosh.
God, this is crazy, man.
You guys are going to jinx it. You guys are saying Zimbabwe won. Not yet, technically, but it's looking that way. They just need 3 runs on 6 balls. Wow.
Depressing. This is depressing.
Krunal's in there.
After Kunal, they got Pollard, right? That's it.
Well, they got Tawari. The question is Tawari ahead of Pollard?
It depends. I would wait till Pollard. Oh my gosh.
We're going to find out right now. Krunal has not had a good season with the bat. Not at all. Look at Kane Williamson in that beard. Thanks, Anonymous. Appreciate that.
Oh. It's all bad, guys. It's all darkness. It is. It is.
Han Solo, I understand your point where you're saying the match is over. This is just a tiebreaker. Okay, I get that. But that's what sudden death is. That's what extra overage or extra minutes is in a tie match in a football, or not a tie match in football. That's what extended time is. And that's fine. Okay, I'll accept that. I'll digest that. If you're using that logic, okay, fine. But the regular season is over when it's over. Now you go to the playoffs. There's 4 teams in the IPL that do not play. I know we're just talking about stats, but I'm a numbers guy. How are you going to tell me it's fair that 4 teams, they don't get a chance to pad their stats? Why do those stats count in the playoffs? I don't get it whatsoever. I'm just saying, you can't have one without the other. At least the super over is happening in the vein of the regular season. At
Gabe,
the end of the day, it's a meaningless conversation. But I'm just saying I can't have one without the other, in my opinion.
Gabe, you mush. I know. I am mush. Even I can mush. SRH guys, you guys are asking me to root for your team. You really want me to do that? I might mush them. Even though come playoff time, I'm rooting for now SRH and DC because I don't want to see any of Nick's teams win it all. But come on.
Of course, Zimbabwe is going to send out Taylor. Why would they not? They only need 3. Can you imagine if they can't get 3? What was that super over? Was it Kings 11 and who were they playing? DC or Rajasthan Royals? Where they had that super over where like one got the 2 wickets in the super over?
Oh, it might have been Mumbai. They're not good at super overs.
No. I think it was Kings 11. There was a match you watched when I wasn't there on that Sunday.
Bro, I've watched so many. I can't remember.
Super chat from Sup. Nick, is it the fault of the teams that others that did not qualify? You cannot punish the rest of the teams that suck. But this is sports, though. But I understand what you're saying. But in my opinion, it makes no sense. You don't reward teams in a playoff system where you're extending that from the regular season in the stats, where the rules are only 4 make it. Did he really get out on that? Tawari's garbage. I don't know why he's on this squad. He might have been emerging player of the year one year. He's garbage.
Okay. So,
SRH, welcome to the playoffs. But it doesn't make it. You set the rules as 4 teams go to the playoffs, 4 teams don't. You're gonna why? Okay, my question is why extend the stats? Why do they count? What is the point of that? What is the point of that? Please tell me.
No, I agree because then your
system is only 4 teams go to the playoffs, but those 4 teams stats still count. If stats don't really matter, why do you allow it? It doesn't make any sense, guys. And this is coming from someone who I've never seen that in any of the sports I follow.
Here's the reason, because now you're basically punishing good players for being on bad teams. Okay, and it's a team sport. You can't I agree with that. You cannot control what the rest of the team does. Here's a good example. The Mets have got a guy who's won 2 Cy Youngs, and the Mets haven't won 1 playoff game in that entire time. But am I going to punish him because the Mets don't go to the playoffs? No. Same thing with King Felix from Seattle. Felix won it with a negative win-loss record. But again, I can't control what the rest of the team does. So again, I agree with Nick there. But this game is just about over. SRH, it is, bro. Come on. It is. And I think they went with a losing mentality.
On a boundary off Shaheen.
I think they went with a losing mentality. This is a losing mentality, and I hope that it really stings Mumbai. So they lose. This is a losing mentality. Come on, you sat down your best players, your best bowlers. You literally said this game doesn't matter.
Rashid Khan, jeez.
I wish I
could appreciate that.
I wish I could have gone with Rashid Khan.
Hey, don't forget, this is still Pollard, okay? Pollard can look at that guy save another boundary. Pollard can still do Pollard things. But at the end of the day, do I really care? No, because that would mean KKR's out.
In the 13th? Are you kidding me?
Admit, thanks so much.
You think Pollard's gonna last 7 overs?
Do you not remember the match of all matches? The match that I hate?
Yeah, it wasn't it was the
15th over. They had 72 runs, and Pollard got him all himself. Stop it.
Just brutal. This is just brutal, bro.
15th over, and he went eating. He went on a feast. He went on a spree. It was a massacre of Pollard proportions.
Wow, KKR normally gets out with run rate. I didn't know that. for the 19th time. That's funny. I don't think it's the 19th time. There's only been, 13 seasons or something like that? Super chat, Nick.
Super chat. Halpa. Extra time is essentially a part of the game in soccer, for example, and super over was not a part of cricket traditionally. Was introduced recently in 2008. That's fine. And Halpa, I love you, but I don't understand that argument. Because whether they introduced it in 2008, they introduced it back in the Stone Ages. Once they introduce the rule, it's a rule. They can make that rule to be whatever they want it to be.
Oh, dude. KKR isn't a like team all over. You missed. You figure it is what it is. Was there another super chat we missed?
A lot of KKR fans out there, ladies and gentlemen. No, I got that super sticker.
Man.
From Submit. Yeah, I got the super sticker. We appreciate the super chat love, guys. We really do. I know that my argument means nothing. I know that. I'm just, I'm just having some back and forth with you guys.
KKR is like
I don't understand one without the other, to tell you the truth. But
there you go. You want to know how good Archer's been? He's got 14 matches, 175 dot balls, the most dot balls in 14 matches.
175?
In 14 matches this year. I'm telling you, bro, Archer was a man amongst boys. Yeah, KKR's out. I get it, guys. You're right. 87 for 5. I mean,
Musa Rabbani, man, that guy, 5 wickets and 2 in the super over. And you don't bring out Babar Azam? He had to have been tired. Oh, yeah, he went like the entire match. He went the entire 8 hours.
That's crazy.
Wow. That means Pakistan lost this series, right, guys? They lost the series to Zimbabwe. Does that mean Zimbabwe, they're moving up in the international ranks, that they're getting a little better? Or is that just an epic collapse? Be kind, guys. Be kind. Does it mean that Zimbabwe is getting a little better?
What is Pollard doing here? Okay, maybe they just Nadeem.
Pakistan won the first 2. Okay, I thought they lost the other one I was watching. But you're right. Shaheen was going off. You guys are right. Okay. My bad. Super chat here from Kamlesh. SRH will win this match as well as the IPL title. Bum, 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 bum. You've heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
Do they have enough, Nick? What do you think?
I never count out Mumbai. But I don't want to sound like someone who's totally confident and really arrogant and annoying, but I don't care about this game. I don't care about this match. I don't like the way that they're showing up, though. I'll tell you that much. You always want to end the season, put up a fight.
You know exactly what I'm talking about. We've seen it plenty of times.
But it's not over yet. Just singles and wickets is all it's been so far, and dots. We got super chat here from Swapnail5. It's more important if your personal runs help the team. For example, what's the use of KL Raoul's 600 runs if they can't progress? Team matters more. I 100% agree with that. 100%. I don't even think that's the argument from my point of view. I 100% agree. That's why in American sports we have the conversation: how could the best player in the league come from the worst team? Because it's called the most valuable player. I don't care if he's on the team that's in first place. I think that's a dumb rule. NBA, no offense to Charles Barkley, but when he won his MVP, he wasn't the best player in the league. His team was the best player or the best team in the standings that year, and so they chose the best player from the best team. Okay? It's individual awards. Oops. Individual awards, right? So we're talking about this, Swap Nil. KL Raul, did he not do everything he possibly could to help his team? Is he the reason why they didn't get to the playoffs? He's a captain, so I guess you can make that argument. They had a horrible start, right? But is his performance, was his performance as wicketkeeper suspect? No. Was his performance as a batsman suspect? No, he's leading the entire world right now in runs. I would like to see that man get rewarded for his hard effort. To me, it just makes no sense.
I gotta agree with Nick, guys. And I love disagreeing with him, but you are punishing a good player for being on a bad team, or vice versa. You're rewarding a average player for being on a good team. You know what I mean? It's got to be, all things got to be even.
Exactly, and this is what Hand is saying right here. It says the super over is only 3 batsmen and 1 bowler. It's not fair for those stats. Okay, I can get with that, and that's what I'm saying. If that doesn't count, the playoffs don't count because not all teams are involved. That's my whole point. That's my whole point right there. But again, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. I just like talking about it. I'm not going to lose sleep over it.
This is brutal. This is a brutal. Okay, explain to me one thing, Mumbai Indian fans.
Oh, no, Kashan, why?
Bye.
Oh!
Wow.
That looks like, now there's no reason for him to drop that on purpose, but that looked like a purposeful drop. Like he just like a volleyball, like
that is the worst drop I've ever seen.
That I agree. That was horrible.
What just happened? I know he lost it in the lights, guys.
Stop it. Stop it.
That's what they're gonna tell me.
Fingers were on it.
He lost it in the lights. I mean, what happened here?
No, stop it. Stop it. They went right to his hands. You don't have your hands right underneath it, and you can use that excuse that you lost in the lights. I don't buy that for a second.
He lost it in the moon. He dropped the sitter. Guys, we saw it yesterday. I mean, I don't get it, but it is what it is. Bro, here's the thing, Nick. If it were a situation where Mumbai Indians went out and put up 200 runs and lost by 201 because they don't have the bowling, that's one thing. Oh, let's go, Sean.
Guys,
he hit the camera.
Guys, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna buy the lost in the lights thing where his hands were right there. Let's see. I got a super chat from Sup that I'm almost gonna miss here. Where's it at? There it is. Guys, I think that it's only in American sports that in the playoffs don't count. In all other sports, the stats, runs, goals, and points still count. I'll have to look into that. Because, obviously I grew up with American sports, and it's not something that we're used to at all. I'll have to look into that. Possibly wouldn't be the first time America goes against the grain. We got another super chat here.
Super chat's up.
Submit. When did you get familiar with cricket the first time? It started with our other channel, Born Reviews. And, wanting to give the people what they want. They wanted some cricket. Once we built an Indian audience naturally on accident. And so they wanted some cricket, so we checked it out. We were so clueless on it, and we were so wrong on some of our opening opinions that we got more and more into it. And then Gabe's like, dude, let's check out a match. And I'm like, okay. And that's all she wrote.
Tariq Jr. Herbert says, come on, Gabe, aren't you supporting Mumbai for the win today? I am, but I cannot ignore bad play. I cannot ignore bad play. What is he reviewing?
I thought it hit the bat.
No, I would make him use a review.
Pollard looks nervous. Pollard looks nervous. He just gave a nod as if he's saying, no, I'm good, or yeah, I'm out.
Did it hit the bat? Come on, people. Oh.
I don't think it hit the bat.
It didn't hit the bat, bro. Now, is that outside leg, though?
That's what I'm wondering.
Ooh. Yep.
Oh my gosh. It doesn't look like it's going to go outside, but I'm hoping it does.
On the last ball, you got to be kidding me. This is the game here.
Yeah, he's done.
It's umpire's call, though.
He's done.
Isn't it umpire's call?
No, it's out. Oh, wow, you're right. Look at you.
Umpire's call, baby. Yes. A blown call. A blown call, but
why? Why?
Bro,
Why? If the
review.
replay shows that it doesn't hit the bat and it's hitting the stumps, why? What needs to happen for it to overturn the call? I thought when it hits the stumps, it overturns the call.
You need 3 reds. You need 3 reds. By as much as I argue DRS, I know you need those 3 reds.
Okay, I get that. The original call was not out, but what was that second one where it said umpire's call? What was that deciding factor? What does that need to do to be red? That's where I'm confused, guys. I thought I understood this thing.
Super chat by Sankit. Sankit.
Go for it, brother. I'm checking out some older comments real quick.
I can't.
What do you mean you can't?
I told you I can't click on any of the comments, bro. I think because I entered through the email you sent me. I'm not sure why.
Sanket, super chat. Shane Watson didn't score runs in entire IPL, but scored crucial century in the final. This century in the final holds more value and should be counted. Disagree on that one.
Oh, I thought that was a replay that just got me. I thought that they had just gotten a wicked first ball. Oh,
I agree that a century in the IPL final is the most important thing. Yeah, you guys have a championship. But that's what it got you, was a championship.
Was there another super chat by V?
Yeah, I'm getting to it. I'm working on it, brother. I'm working on it. Impact in line. Impact was Empire. Guys, come on. Let's make it as easy to understand as possible. Is that asking too much? Oh, my gosh. This thing scrolls down, then it skips the super chat. There we go. Viniac, second factor is that the ball hits the pad in line with the stumps. I don't know. All I know is Mumbai got lucky on that one. I'll take it. Pollard got lucky with that one. I'll take it.
All right. So this is it.
98 for 5. Jeez Louise.
No Rashid Khan, no Nadeem.
Death
we are
over.
now in death overtime.
Dude, they need 50 just to make it somewhat respectable.
Yeah, they do.
If you have anyone on your fantasy squad in the 4th or 5th position for SRH, they may not even get a chance to play, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh,
Thanks,
yeah.
Hans. You guys seen the first episode of Mandalorian? Did you watch it, Gabe?
Yes, I did.
I'm not going to give any spoilers away, but I can't stand that character. The lady engineer mechanic lady. It's the most annoying character. I don't understand. I mean, everything, even the acting performance. I think this lady's like an SNL alum or something like that. The delivery of the lines is horrible. It picks me out of the episode every single time she comes on. It just seems like let's try to use as many old Star Wars lines as possible in my dialogue. The writing is just horrible. Anyways, there's a drive-by for her. Halpa. Super over is like penalty shootout in soccer. These goals aren't counted, and similarly, those runs aren't either. It's a special occasion in a real game, not a real and whatever. I understand that. Guys, my argument is not that this or that. My argument is how can you count one and not the other?
Right. In other words, if you're gonna count, not, you know what I'm saying? If you're going to count the playoffs, then count the super over. If you're not going to count the playoffs, don't count the super over. But again, we've grown up with American sports where this is something that is just for us. Again, here's the thing. And you know what? I should have known this, Nick, because I remember doing my reviews and seeing how someone won the purple cap that year and they had like 16 matches. And I'm like, wait a minute, isn't it 14 matches? Or some guy might have won it and only got 13 matches, whether it was orange cap or purple cap. And I was like, doesn't everybody get the same amount of games? But it doesn't. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Again, you're just rewarding somebody for being on a better team. But if that's the way it is, that's the way it is.
Not just that, but think about it this way, right? The argument that I've heard so far, one of the arguments is that you reward the good teams. Okay. So I'm a team that gets number 1 or 2 spot. I lose that game. So then I go to the semifinal. I win that game, and then I go to the final. I now have 3 games in the playoffs, right? I have 3 matches in the playoffs, correct?
Right.
The other teams only get 1 or 2. So I get rewarded for losing the first one, and my guy might get this orange cap. Not just that, but what about my man for Zimbabwe today? The guy got two wickets in the super over. Is that not hard to do? Just like you said, Watson got the 100 in the IPL final. Is 2 wickets in 6 balls in a super over not hard to do? My man can't get some credit for that. For those 2 wickets, that's impossible. He should be rewarded for an amazing feat. That's what I'm saying. Can't have one without the other. I don't want a peanut butter sandwich. I want some jelly in there too. Come on.
I hate to agree with them, but but guys, it just makes sense. It makes sense. Minitium says the question is, why don't playoff stats count and in playoffs for American sports? Because again, the idea is not every team will make the playoffs. So if not every team makes the playoffs, are you judging apples and apples or oranges or apple and oranges? You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be 100. Let's say baseball, 162 games versus 162 games. If you get 5 or 6 more games than I do, then you're gonna get a more opportunity to put up better stats. That's just the bottom line.
Listen, AJ, nothing but love. I don't really appreciate this comment too much. If I'm getting we're having a conversation. People are giving me back and forth. I'm responding to that back and forth. If I'm irritating you, sorry about that. This is just who I am, right? I have a point. People are giving me counter arguments. This is a debate. This is a lot of fun for me. We're going back and forth. If I'm irritating you, then sorry. Not trying to. There's a 4 for Pollard. Someone else asked if I am roles reversed. I'm not going against Mumbai. I just wouldn't mind too much if KKR gets bounced out of the playoffs.
And again, 3 overs. They've only got what, 115? At best, maybe 150, 160. And of course, the bowler I went with all these wickets falling, not the Rahan, gets 0 wickets so far in 3 overs. His economy rate is good, though.
Sorry about that. Swap Neil 5. Super chat here. Playoff part of tournament, not rare. Super over. LYK, I'm not sure.
Like super over.
Oh.
Like. Yeah, it's funny. I see that abbreviation used all the time, LYK, with my kids. And I'm like, it's one extra. It's one extra letter if you actually write out LIKE. You know what I'm saying? But then my son put me on. It's like, Dad, you only get so many characters on Twitter or on Instagram, so you got to learn. Even if you say one letter, it's one letter. Oh man. This is bad. We got what? 4 overs to go, right? 109. Even if they average 10, that's per over, which is asking a lot. You're looking at 149. This is gonna get
looking good.
It's gonna get chased early.
I wanted like a 200 to 200 final match this season. That's what I wanted. Super over.
Hate Pollard's attitude. You know what? There are a couple balls, and I know he doesn't like spin, but that he didn't even try. He just defended, and I think he wasted those. But if he goes up and puts up 40 or 50 in this super over, then good for him surviving. You know what I mean? Then somebody else says, does SRH, who deserves it more, SRH or KKR? Guys, any team that gets on the field deserves it. You know what I'm saying? Any team. Again, look at the difference between 7-7 and 6-8. Look how many 6-8 teams. It's one game, guys.
You think they're going to score 170? That's going to help. There you go, Sean. I forgot you were still bad. You've been so quiet.
170?
170, AJ? That would be awesome.
Nah, negative. That ain't going to happen.
That would be great. Oh, we do got to choose a team for the women's IPL. There's only three teams.
When does that start again?
It starts like tomorrow, I think. Oh, there we go. As
Gosh,
soon as I say I know it's Ashanka Sean, he goes down. Sharma's no joke, man. This guy is no joke. Super chat from Sup. But guys, if your country does not qualify for a World Cup, does that mean that all the goals and winners of the tournament not count? No, not at all. No. Not saying that. What my argument is for regular season stats, for international regular season stats, right? You have your World Cup stats. That, in my opinion, that should be like a different thing. It should be a different thing when awards are counted. I'm not sure how international goes. I'm assuming there's probably a player of the year, all that kind of stuff. When those awards are counted, that's what I'm saying. Because if you have in a World Cup, there's only one team that can win. 2 teams go to the final. 4 teams to the semifinal, such and such, right? You're just stacking the deck to help a player from one of those 4. And I get it. You want the best player from the best team. That's great. But you don't always have the best player on the best team. You just don't. You just don't always have that situation. So that's my point. Yes, the stats should still count. Yes, there should be World Cup. This guy's got 1 million World Cup sixes or whatever it is. Those stats should definitely count. But not when you're talking about a Player of the Year award for that regular season. Now, international is a different beast. That's a completely different beast. I'm talking more IPL regular season or sports regular season. That's what I'm talking about.
Right. Man, this is guys. 160 ain't happening. 170 ain't happening. They just lost to Shanka Sean. I mean, let's just be real.
Coltrane Nile. Let's see what this guy's got.
Now, I mean, there's every chance that there could be a collapse. We have seen teams not even be able to score 110 like DC, but is that gonna is that's the outlier? You don't get 160. It's hard to defend that, man. It's just hard to defend that.
That was a really good ball from Sandeep to Shanka Sean, because if Shanka Sean doesn't swing at it, it's not even a wide, I don't think. It's inside that line. That's a really good place. That's the second ball. Were they both against Sandeep Sharma? The second ball where the batter went for it, they missed it, and it bounced behind them at the stumps.
I think so. We missed the super chat. Oh,
hey,
one
before.
I found a Vignac.
That was close. Here we go. When will you get to know final election results? Not till the evening time. Now they'll have a good idea. This is how it was last year, at least. And I'm not sure if it's going to be different. They're going to try to get it out earlier. Last year, we didn't know officially till like 11:30, 12 o'clock or something like that.
Correct.
11:30 p.m. midnight. You have a pretty good idea around, I would say, 10 to 11. Pretty good idea, but you're waiting for the final results. Now, if it's an election like, what was that one? Bush and Gore years ago.
Right.
It was so close and it came down to Florida and whatnot. You don't have a heads up until whatever. But
it could be days.
Even though it wasn't technically a landslide, Trump won by a lot last time against Hillary. That was pretty much a foregone conclusion about an hour before it was official.
Right.
So, I don't know, 10:30, 11. But I'm not the political guy. Gabe knows more about politics. Gabe, what did I mess up on that one?
No. It's you got spot on. Basically, if what you got to look out for is one state, Pennsylvania, because they're the ones that literally their rules over there are, even though they've been receiving all these early mail-in ballots, they will not start counting the mail-in ballots until like tonight at midnight. It's crazy, their rules. So if it's close and you have to wait for Pennsylvania, it could be days. But if it's not close, and let's say Trump were to lose a Florida, that's 29 electoral votes. You're done. You know what I'm saying? No Republican president has ever been elected without winning two states. Florida, you got to win, and Texas, you got to win. So if you see that Texas will report today, or Florida go Biden's way, it's over. But if not, and we're waiting on Pennsylvania, listen, turn off the TV, go to bed, because you ain't going to know till tomorrow anyway. You may not know till Thursday.
Hey, Gabe, here's a question for you. Since it is election day, we're not getting too political here. Here's a question. Do you think that these candidates, that they have a pretty good idea where the polling numbers are now since we've had early voting for so many weeks? Because they don't release that stuff, correct? They don't release that to the public. No. Do you think they have an inside track? Do you think they have any idea? Or is the voting that locked down where they don't share that with anybody?
No, they don't know. They don't know. And I'll tell you why they don't know. Because you have had in the past people declare victory when obviously they weren't there. You know, you have had people concede, which people forget that in, I think it was Bush versus Gore. Gore conceded and then came back and said, no, it's too close. And that's why we had that Florida issue, which took forever in 2000. So they don't know. It's just too volatile because there's too many with mail-in ballots and with absentee ballots. There's just too many variables to count. Oh my gosh. Oh.
Holder and his wicket sign. Yeah, Colton Nile gave us a whole one. Thanks a lot, pal.
Bye.
Dude, they're not even going to get to 150, brother. KKR must be throwing up right now.
Oh, Holder.
Tyreek, I like this comment, and I do agree. In a team sport, I feel there should not be any best player award. Most of the teammates sacrifice their bodies for the best player to be best. Without his team support, one cannot be best. I agree, except for maybe the NBA, where there's only 5 players and one player could make a difference. I would love for a sport. I really would. I would love for a sport to not have a best player of the year award. I believe the MVP is for the fans. I believe it's for, whatever, signing bonuses, and it all comes down to money. But I would love to see where it's not just one player, because it's never just that one player, except for maybe the NBA.
I disagree, and I'll tell you why. I can give you one name and one name only. Mike Trout. Mike Trout's the best player in baseball, and literally, if you were just going on team awards, this guy would never win anything because the Angels absolutely suck. All right, there's been some great players that have just been on some bad teams, and they cannot help the team that's put around them. Now, you could say, oh, you could not sign with them during free agency, but then he would be cast like a LeBron, right? Like, oh, you had to jump ship to win a championship. So you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. You know what I mean? Acknowledge the guy, because let's be real. Mike Trout may never win a championship. Does that not mean he wasn't the best player in baseball? And what helps years down the road? Looking at all his MVPs and his batting titles and on all those individual accolades.
But see, this is why I say that, though. And I'm not saying Mike Trout does this, because I have no reason to think that he does this. But the individual awards, you have too much of a temptation to play an individual game and not a team game. And I know that's hokey, and I know that's cheesy, rah team. But you have two. I mean, you said it yourself many times with the Texas Rangers where they dropped that ball so you can get that 200 strikeout. You have that temptation. You have that needless temptation. You have that. I got to hit some. Our team's in the cellar. I'm going to hit some home runs. And I don't blame the person for doing that. I would be super tempted not to go for my individual awards if I'm having a season like that. I mentioned Jose Reyes. That's my only problem with that, is we have learned, as teachers, we have learned that you may have a class where you have kids that come in that are exceptionally way high and some kids that need some extra help, right? But I have learned, I'm sure you have learned, that whole class working together with the teacher can help all the students grow. If those students were just on their own that were high flyers and they kept being high flyers and they didn't help out the other students, then those students would grow less. I know that's really like kumbaya and whatnot, but that's really how I feel about it.
Yeah.
This match is crazy. Hopefully this is the worst we ever see Mumbai this year. I'm not too worried about it because they're already in, and we see so many teams not, they take their foot off the gas. What I want to see, Pattinson right now, he's tied with Colton Nile. 1 run on 2 balls. Can my man Pattinson pass Colton Nile? Because I got a whole lot of heat for saying I like Pattinson more than Colton Nile. I want the proof right now. Come on, Pat.
Dude,
Score more runs.
I'm telling you right now, this was a mistake. And you know what? I was upset because this is putting KKR in a bad situation. They're out of the playoffs. That's okay. This is a mistake. Bro, losing is a culture. Remember when I said that? Losing is a culture. And the last thing you want to do is walk into the playoffs having lost a game. Explain to me, I could see if you gave up 1,000 runs because you sat both your best bowlers, right? Why have you only scored 119? All your best hitters were there, other than Hardik Pandya. But you had Pollard, you had Tawari. I'm sorry. What's his name? DeCock. You had Sky. All your guys are there, and you can't even muster 150, bro. Losing is a culture. Losing is a culture. I'm telling you. Go ahead into the playoffs with a loss, Mumbai Indians. Go ahead.
Gabe's trying to take any type of moral victory possibly for hate on Mumbai. Listen, Mumbai has 2 more wins than anybody else.
I agree.
Okay, so this is a bad game for them, and they don't have a full squad right now. This is a bad match, and you're right. Bumrah doesn't hit, so that shouldn't make a difference as far as that player goes. But
neither does Bolt.
But every team has had games like this season. This is just theirs. And they have the advantage of if they have another bad game in the first, which they're not going to, they have another bad matchup against Delhi Capitals, they get another chance.
And here is what I'm saying. Let's say it ends up being SRH and Mumbai Indians in the playoffs. I don't care how you look at it. Mumbai's Indians are going to look at it like, okay, come on, get me at least a wicket, not the Rahan. I need it.
Oh, now you do care about not a run.
Might as well. This game is gone.
He's already got me 1 wicket, right? No, never mind.
He's got the lowest economy rate. Look at that. 19 runs in almost 4 overs.
Too bad you don't get a lot of points for that, right?
I know, it'd be nice. You just gave a team life. And if I am David Warner and we make it all the way to the playoffs, what am I telling my team? Guys, these guys can't hit on against us. I'm not mentioning the fact that Bumrah wasn't playing. I'm saying we already beat them. That's what I'm saying. And as a matter of fact, didn't SRH beat them earlier this season too? Isn't that one of Mumbai's losses early this season?
I think so.
Yeah.
But again, I have seen many, many times a team go into a playoff. Oh, damn, they gave him that. There's a wicket.
There we go, not the Rahan. Give me that wicket.
I think he just reviewed it. But I've seen many teams go into the playoffs not in good shape, and then they sweep the entire playoffs. They don't lose 1 match or 1 game. I've seen teams, like you said, they were hot all year. They had that bad spell at the end, and they weren't able to turn it back on. It goes back and forth. So the way I feel about it with sports, the way I look at it is the regular season's important, but the way you end the regular season, it can go either way. So I don't put too much stock into this performance. And it's not just me being a Mumbai fan saying that.
There it goes. Outside leg. Darn it. Oh, well.
And the umpire called that?
Yeah.
He just called that flat out?
He called it flat out. Pollard is lucky again. Look how close it was, though, dude. Oh, my gosh. It's like right on the line.
I want to see the rest of that, though, even though it's outside leg. I want to see the impact line. I want to see if it was going to impact as well. Because I don't blame the umpire for getting that wrong. It was so close. I want to know what the impact was. Oh, and there goes Pollard doing Pollard things. Oh, off the tips.
Catch the ball.
No, Panda, sacrificing the body.
Doesn't that always happens like that? A tough call goes and the next guy goes and gets a 6. Catch the ball, man.
I got you, AK. You think that SRH is going to win the whole thing. Sounds great. What's up, Varun? Long time no see, my friend. Momentum will be impacted. Wow. I have seen so many sports skate. Look at that. So many sports games where the momentum has shifted in the game. Look at the Patriots and the Falcons a few years ago. Momentum can change on a dime. You guys tell us. You guys are the IPL experts. You guys are the cricket experts. But I'm curious. Oh,
my gosh. I'm going to get negative points for not the Rahin.
Oh, and update. Pattinson has 3, so he's got more than Colton Nile. But I want to know from the experts, from you guys, IPL fans, a team that has, let's say Mumbai loses this match, even though Pollard's doing his best to avoid that. Let's say Mumbai loses and they don't win, and they get chased like in the 15th over or something. Traditionally, how does that work out for that team in the playoffs? Have you had teams, in other words, that have lost the last few matches or the last match and still, oh my gosh, and still?
Are you kidding? Wow.
Oh, I'm getting memories here. I'm getting flashbacks here.
Dude, 19 runs. Holy cow. And there's still a ball to go.
Too bad it's a little too late. But yeah, I just want to know, can teams lose it the last 2 matches and still go on to win the IPL? I would say it's happened because it happens in all sports.
One ball left.
Look at Asjad says Mumbai won't lose even with their C team. He wants a super over.
Yo, I'm serious, man. I mean, brutal.
Oh, look at this. So we got some people saying, yes, Nick, it's happened. Mumbai itself, but then, oh, where was that comment? I liked that one. This is a good point by Shandon. This is a completely different IPL. We never saw anything like it in India. Yeah, so it's its own beast this year. 'Tis true.
So that was smart by Pollard. Took a single there at the end. Now he's back on strike. You know, if he can get it above, and I mean Pollard can. If he can get it above 160, then I think they got a shot. You know what I'm saying?
You know, even I like to hate on KKR, but did they not finish the strongest you could? Didn't they finish by leading by 60 runs or something like that? Scoring 190 and allowing only 130 from the opposite. They did as much as they could on that last match. They just had some other debacles. You got to remember, guys, that team went through a captaincy change. The only reason you do a captaincy change, in my opinion, in the middle of the season is because you're hoping that's going to spark plug your team. It did not spark plug that team. It did not give them a spark initially. It's a big call to change that captain. And again, I know Karthik made the decision himself. I get that. But still, you would hope that would help your team out. It's just like trading for that big guy in the middle of the season and giving away your future.
Wow.
They're going to give you a spark.
Pollard did not take the single there. I would at least try to take 2, but maybe he just can't run fast enough to take 2. So give up the single, wait for a 6. Let's see if it works out. Next ball.
Oh, my goodness. Man, he's got no love for his countrymen. Oh, sorry, Holder. This is business right now.
Bro.
Mumbai will reach 160 the way Pollard's going. 4 balls left. If that was 6s, that's 24. Gabe, to your point, how do you let this guy not come into the very end of the match?
I don't get it.
This guy literally eats 6s for breakfast.
I don't get it. But you know what, though? Here's the thing, man. Right now.
Oh, there's the answer to my question right there.
Got him.
You get a little 2-6 happy.
Oh, Holder.
Now Holder says, I got no love for you, countrymen.
Oh, Holder. Jason Holder has been a revelation. A revelation, people. This is why he's up there, considered one of the best all-rounders in the world, right behind Stokes. Wow. Revelation. Man, what a ball.
Not just that. I love his little wicket signal. I love it. Not just that, but does this guy not gain a little bit of confidence going into the international season, right? He did not have a good CPL. He was a captain of my squad, the Tridents. He did not have a good CPL. Doesn't my man got some confidence now? Doesn't he got some swag now when he's going into the international T20 season?
It was a full toss. How do you miss a full toss? That's why you throw that full toss out there eventually to try to throw their timing off.
No, I agree. They got lucky with that full toss because usually 9 out of 10 times that full toss is a 6. But if you're saying you'll take that 1 out of 10 for a wicket, okay.
Listen, you got to switch it up, man. What do we complain? Sometimes, a guy won't throw a Yorker, a guy won't throw a bouncer. He just keeps, bowling in the slot. Bro, you got to switch it up. You know what I mean? The last thing that Pollard was expecting was this guy's going to give me a full toss. He started his swing early. You know what I mean? He started his swing early.
Pollard is limited over as captain of West Indies. Did I say Holder was? I said Holder was the captain of CPL.
Who is this guy?
Tridents. I just meant Holder's going to get that confidence going in. If I said he was a captain of the T20 squad, captain, my bad. But see, this thing, Pollard missed it, right? He's going for that 6. He missed it. But I'd rather him keep going for 6s with this low score.
No, absolutely. Look, he was looking towards the ground like, oh, no, it's a full toss. And he missed it. It's almost like throwing a changeup in baseball. You know what I mean, dude? Yeah, nobody. Gabe. Who is this guy? I don't know who this other guy is. Do you?
Cole Carney?
Yeah.
No.
He hasn't played a game yet.
I'm not going to lie. No.
Come on.
He must be a legend, though, the way they're saying that.
I'm just saying, man. You know what I mean? Here goes your boy Pattinson. Get out of here. Get 2 at least. Run, boys, run.
Hey, my man Pattinson's got 4. That's 4 times as much as Colton and Niall got.
Last ball. Can it go for a boundary so they could get the 150? I think 150 is a big deal, bro. From where you were at earlier, 150 is a huge deal.
Yes, absolutely. You got to get to at least 150 in my mind.
I was going to say with your bowling, you could defend 150, but you don't have your bowling. You don't have your bowling. Why? Because you chose to sit everybody.
And I have no problem with that. Again, this with bowling, I want these guys to be fresh. I want these guys to be rested. This game means nothing to Mumbai. If they win it, does their placement get any better? No, they're one no matter what. This game means nothing to Mumbai. It means everything to KKR. And that sucks, but that's not Mumbai's fault that KKR couldn't take care of their own business when they had a chance earlier this season. It's rough to hear that when you're a KKR fan. You want to punch me in the face when you hear that. But it's not Mumbai's fault. Rest those guys. I want those guys rested now. If Bolt goes out in the playoffs and gives up 50 or 60, then how did that plan work out? To Gabe's point.
Hey, listen. All I'm saying is this. What it means to Mumbai is you knowingly let in the team that you're going to have to see in the playoffs. So if you got to see them again.
They may not have to see them, though.
Oh, but what if they do? You're right. They may not. But what if they
smack them around?
Okay. Well, what do you always say?
What do you always say? You want me to be like, oh, now I'm worried about these guys. We're going to lose.
All I'm saying is, what do you always say? You don't ever give the other team bulletin board material. If I am David Warner, I'm the guy that says, oh, they wanted us to win. Are you
resting some guys as bulletin board material?
Yep. I would say they were so unconcerned with us getting into the playoffs. They wanted no part of KKR. They didn't set just one. They sat their 2 best bowlers. That's disrespectful, guys. I want to go back out there and show them who we are. I'm coming fired up, bro. Fired up. If I'm David Warner. That's just me.
Listen, going by odds right now. In sports, you can't always go by predictions and odds. But going by odds, Mumbai is favorite to win against DC. And so that means they're going to go to the finals if they win that match. SRH has got to win 2 matches to get to that finals. If they do, then good on them. Let's see what's going on, brother.
Bro, this is why one of the ideas this year, and literally every baseball captain, every owner, every team said, no way. One of the ideas they wanted to do this year, Nick, was picking your own playoff matchup. And they were like, no, you're not going to do that to me. You didn't hear about this proposal? It was going to be, we're going to exactly what they did this year, which was add the extra teams in or whatever. But the first seed gets to pick their matchup. Why would I want to pick the team I got to play? That's just being disrespectful, saying I think I can beat you.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
And that is bulletin board material. Absolutely not. And I think that if I am David Warner, I'm coming in. What happens if DC loses that first game against DC loses, right? And not DC wins, sorry. And Mumbai now has to play the second qualifier, and SRH somehow beats RCB, which probably will happen. Now you got to see the team that you just let in. And now you're on a 2-game losing streak. That's not in the back of your mind? Just saying. But Gabe has lost it.
Isn't it funny with Major League Baseball how they are like the last to ever conform to anything, to ever change to anything? They completely, I mean, they were like, let's just put all in today. Let's just throw all our money, let's sell all our homes and go to the blackjack table. They lost their minds this year. What's up, Jahan?
Look at Abhishek. Gabe crying. Not crying, just saying, what's up, Jihan? Just saying, I personally never believe as a competitor, giving anybody who could be my opponent an advantage. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you definitely don't want to do that. And I completely agree with you. I've always talked about the bulletin board material. I completely agree. You don't want to give them that bulletin board material. But listen, Mumbai is stacked, okay? DC, they got some swag back with their win against RCB, but they could have kicked RCB out of the playoffs, and they, fell on their face a little bit, so they still had some DC moments. Mumbai is the class. Rohit Sharma got this bad performance out of the way with him coming back. I'm not too worried about it right now. I'm not saying that they're going to guarantee win the whole thing.
Oh, wait.
I'm not saying that. Calm down. I'm just saying I'm not too worried. I understand what you're doing. You're trying to make this stream more enjoyable for our fans, and I appreciate that.
Not at all. Listen,
I'm not worried about it.
Look at Harshit's comment, right? Gabe is overreacting. Okay, if I'm overreacting, go pull up ESPN cricket info. You know the first thing I said, the first article on there, should Mumbai have sat down? This is just not me. Maybe
that's the media. They gotta get people to view and click on their story. Of course, they're gonna look for the juiciest stuff ever.
Okay, then as soon as we jumped on the stream, what was the first thing everybody was talking about? Before you or I even mentioned it.
I can't remember that long ago. That was like 2 hours ago.
First thing people were talking about was, it's match fixing. How do they sit them down? This is before we even jumped on the stream. Before I said one word, people were already talking about it. Come on.
Listen, Gabe, and I love our audience. I love anyone that decides to spend even a minute with us because we're a bunch of goofballs. Okay, I really, truly appreciate everyone. But listen, we have a lot of audience members that have called for fixing My dad's that same way, and maybe that's why I'm so against it. My dad assumes every time something happens he isn't like, it's because it's fixed. It's because it's rigged. Guys, sometimes it's not always that controversial. Sometimes a guy misses a layup. Sometimes a guy misses a full toss. Sometimes you rest someone because you're hoping to get full rested players going in. And not just that, but think about this. I know IPL doesn't care about this, but Bumrah does. India does. Don't you want that guy as rested as possible for when the international play starts? Sometimes you rest a guy to rest a guy. You don't rest a guy because you're saying SRH is garbage. But if I'm SRH, of course I'm using that as inspiration. I got to use anything I can as motivation. All I know is one of the dumbest things that ever happened in sports as far as motivation is Jerry Jones, surprise, surprise, of the Cowboys. His team was playing a playoff match against the Giants, who they had beat twice in that regular season. What does this guy do before the game starts? He puts tickets for the next round of the playoffs on the seat of everybody on his players' stool in the locker room, as if to say, this game does not matter. We're moving on. Why would he do that? Because, of course, the beat writers got a hold of it. They told the Giants, they've already won this game. Why are you even here? And guess what happened? Guess what happened? The Cowboys lost the Giants. The Giants won the Super Bowl. Super chat here real quick. Breaking news. KKR spotted at Dubai International Airport.
India 2.0 with the drive-by. Oh, with the drive-by. That hurt.
I'm going to take a quick break, game.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go get it.
You're good. Oh, man, guys. No. We got the super chat. We got the super chat, guys. Man, I'm gonna tell you guys right now, it's 147 is such a hard team, a hard score to defend. You know what I mean? So SRH is through, basically. Stranger things have happened. And I would have said, if you have Bolt or Bumrah in there, those guys can get 2 wickets apiece, 2 big wickets. You know, Bolt has the most wickets in the power play this year with 14, I think it is. And you at that point, you can defend this score. But without that, let's just be real. You know what I mean? It's going to be so hard unless it's an epic collapse by the Sunrisers, which can happen. You know, LC, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. I said it yesterday, though, in my R3 wickets. If this happened and the Sunrisers win, then it's KKR's own fault. Bottom line, it's KKR's own fault because KKR had their own, they had their destiny in their hands, and they dropped too many games earlier this year. Think about all the turmoil on that team between switching captains, Karthik being moved in and out of the opening partnership, Nitish Rana in and out of the opening partnership. Of course, the 6 games they threw away when 5 or 6, I can't remember, when they had Sunil Narayan in the opening partnership. I mean, guys, sometimes you can't lift things up. So I take my hats off. SRH gets in, good for them. And if they win, good. But Mumbai Indians, understand you just made a choice that let this team in the game, in the playoffs. You made a choice. You made a decision. If you lose this game, so now basically what you're saying is I would have rather played the Sunrisers versus I would have rather played KKR. And as a Sunrisers captain, as a player, I would look at that and say, you know what? They're disrespecting us a little bit. Why? Because I'm going to fire my team up. I'm going to fire my team up, man. You know what I mean? But it is what it is, man. Anyway, for Australia, let me get through some of these comments. I can't highlight any of the comments, guys, because I'm in as a guest. I don't have access to the account. It wasn't working for me, but I will try. VC Key says, Gabe, what if any bowler in this game gets injured? So that let them rest and secure the playoff. Listen, VKC, I hear you. I hear you. That's always that's always a possibility. But you could lose a bowler in the game, just like CSK lost a bowler in the 19th over when they needed him, or 20th over with Dwayne Bravo. Okay, injuries happen. That's just part of the game, guys. What I'm saying is you do not throw a game, basically. You sat both of them now. If it works out, then hey, egg on my face. I just also seen that not work out. Maybe that's only in American sports. Let me know. Is this something that happens in every IPL where once I'm secure, I'm sitting down my best players? I'm not even trying to win the game. And if it's successful, then what do I know? I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe this is what they do. But I've seen in American sports, this is one of the most controversial things that happens. And it happens all the time. I can pull up 50 different instances where a team doesn't play their best guys, rest guys, and then they go into the playoffs. Now your guys, because think about it too. Sports is about momentum, right? Hitting's about timing. Bowling is about timing. So what happens is pitching is about timing, mechanics. You've now, and essentially, at least the way playoffs work in America, it's at least a week between the playoffs. So really, you haven't played a game for 2 weeks, and they expect you to go back out there and keep performing. MI and CSK do that and have won most. Interesting. Some people say, yep, it's unusual. Other people say it's usual. All I'm saying is in America, this is one of the most controversial things that happens. I'm not saying I've never seen it. I've just seen it happen where it affects the other team adversely. Okay? Avoiding injuries is the priority. Yeah, and that's the same thing in America. That's what they say. Oh, I'm not going to put my guy out there in a game that doesn't matter. But the problem with that is Now, when is the next game for the playoffs? Let's look at that for a second. And maybe mechanics and timing don't matter in the IPL. I don't know that. I haven't been watching it long enough. But I know in baseball and in football, that's why you practice and your schedules and your routines are so set, because you want to continue to have that that normal. So Thursday, right? So then that would be Thursday. The last time Mumbai played, did Bolt play? I can't remember. Bolt even played the last game. He might have or might not have. I know Bumrah played the last game. That's not that long. In American sports, it's at least a week between the playoffs. And if you don't play that week and then you take the game off and then you play the next game, you've literally been sitting for 10 days. That's a long time to be sitting. You know what I mean, guys? Gabe, it's not conspiracy theory against KKR. MI doesn't care who's in the playoffs. That's exactly my point, Marceliano. That is exactly my point. That is Mumbai Indians basically saying to the Sunrisers, we're not going to play our best squad because I don't care who's in the playoffs. We're better than you and we're going to beat you. Now, should you think that way? Yes. But should you tell the other team that? That's exactly my point. That is them saying, man, we don't care. We could beat you. We're not even going to throw our best team out there. There is such a thing as bulletin board material, guys. You know what I mean? Gabe, come on, you're salty that KK. Listen, it's not even about KKR, guys. Yes, I'm not gonna sit here and lie. Did I want KKR to get in? Yes, but if it's just me being salty, why is it that one of the first stories I woke up when I saw on Crick Buzz? I'll wait. Why is it that as soon as I came in here, there were 20 people talking about, oh, it's a fix? I'll wait. Anyone? So obviously it's not just because it's the whole world KKR fans. No, you just said most people aren't KKR fans. It was a glaring decision they made. That's all I'm saying. Because media, as Nick said, because it's media, as Nick says. Yeah, it's a story. It's a story. Anyway, the game is back on. I've got David Warner as my fantasy captain. I hope he gets 200 runs today so I can keep climbing in the standings. And, it is what it is. Let that guy get hot. Mumbai is going to have to think about it in the back of their mind. Like, man, we let this guy in. No, you are KKR fan accepted, Gabe. Nepal, I am a KKR fan. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm not even going to debate that. 91 matches, 86 wickets for this guy that just came in today. Konalaki? Let's see what happens. SRH still has to win. Who will get out first, Warner or Saha? I don't know, man. That is a good question. I think that SRH cannot lose Warner or Saha if they want to win this game. And literally, the thing is, when it's 120 and you got to score 150 as your target, you can literally play test most of this game. You can go have a couple big overs here and there, but you can play test the rest of this game. That's what I would do. I would not be playing any big shots right away. I'd get through the power play. Even if you get through the power play and you've only scored 40, 50 runs, 30 runs, it doesn't matter. Keep those wickets in hand. That's the most important thing. Keep those wickets in hand. Oh, here it goes. Will SRH make the playoffs? Yes or no? Yes or no? Gabe, if you watch the Crick Buzz preview 7 hours ago, they also suggested resting players. Interesting. So before they did they get him? Was that a wicket? Gabe, I predict Bumrah not playing when Mumbai got 16 points. You did predict that, Abhishek. That was days back. So I did. So did all cricket fans. You know what? You did predict that. I remember you saying that. I didn't realize two things when you made that prediction. One, I didn't realize that playoff games count for purple cap. That is so foreign to us because people are like, oh, he doesn't care about purple cap. Yes, he does. Okay, that's an accolade. That's an individual award. There's money, I'm assuming, that goes along with being a purple cap winner, right? So, of course, it's like saying, I don't care about being MVP. I don't care about orange cap. Of course you do. So, I didn't take that into consideration, but you did make that call that you were the first person. Jihan says Warner for 100 today. I hope I got him as my fantasy captain. I think most of us do. I looked at all the people around me. Most of us got Warner on our teams. Most of us. As I said, this is cricket, not about the best player. It's about team player, and every team sitting bench is way hard, difficult for players to play. So every player can play. Oh, listen. Another interesting story I read on Quick Buzz, right, was the fact that Jason Holder went unbought in the auction. He's a replacement, guys. He's a replacement. And look at what he's done for this team. So a lot of good players, just because of the four rules, the four international player rules, have to sit out. They don't get to play because of that situation, or they don't even get bought at the auction. You know what I'm saying? So do you think, and I'll ask you guys that question, do you think they should change that rule? Maybe up at the 5, or have you guys heard the rumor that they're going to add another team? Jihan says lots of overseas players this year have pulled out of the BBL. I don't think it's going to be as good. Interesting. Minitium, Gabe, I wouldn't risk an injury to my main player when I know I still, when I know I still remain in first position, irrespective of the result. Yeah, hey, listen, I'm not gonna argue that, and if that's the case, listen, I see the mentality behind it. Okay, and if you guys believe when I said about match fixing, I said that tongue in cheek. Obviously, there's no match fixing involved. I just think it's being overconfident. And again, momentum is a real thing. Anybody who's played sports can tell you momentum is a real thing. You're giving SRH a lot of momentum. And as a team that you may have to see later on in the playoffs, I personally wouldn't want to do that. But that's just me. I've never thrown away a game in my life. I don't care where I'm at. As a coach, I've never done it. Norkia 2. There you go. That's another Norkia 2. So that's my point, guys. Don't you think that they're gonna? Would you like to see another team added? Would you like to see another team added? IPL has a lot of money involved. Oh, I know that. Tawadia was a replacement too. There's tons of guys. Guy Quad could not get on the field until basically CSK's season was over because CSK just felt they had to play Watson. You know what I'm saying? And the opening partnership. I mean, let's just be real. There should be at least one or two more teams. There's enough talent, right? India Premier League. It's a platform in India's youngsters to develop. Well, wouldn't Minitium, I hear this. It says, Gabe, at the end of the day, it's an Indian Premier League. It's a platform for Indian youngsters to play and develop amongst most international stars to prepare them for the Indian squad. I get that. So wouldn't it help some of the Indian players to also have an extra team or two so that I can get purchased and star over there? Tawadia wasn't supposed to start. Guy Quad didn't get a chance into the 6th game. Jaiswal got one chance early, and then he got benched right away. Once there were 10 teams. Ooh, why did they go away from 10 teams? Let me know. I'm interested now. Foreign players are just to sell tickets. IPL is for Indian players. I get that, Abhishek, but think about the players I just mentioned. Tawadia, Jaiswal, Guy Quad 350s in a row. but he had to sit because he's an opener and he had to sit behind Shane Watson, right? Wouldn't it help if we had a few other teams? Or was that just a rumor? It's not happening at all. One more foreign means one less opportunity for a young player. I get that. So then why not open up 2 more teams? Why not expand it to 10? 6 for Saha. Nice. International teams don't like it when IPL is expanded. Oh, get out. There we go, Saha. I like this kid too. Gabe, I agree with extra teams, but not 5 overseas players. Okay, I mean, fair enough. 2 more teams were there. They became bankrupt. How did they become bankrupt? There's so much money in the IPL. Deacon Chargers and who else was it? Wait. But wasn't DK Chargers and correct me if I'm wrong, didn't that happen when CSK got banned for 2 years? Saha isn't a kid. How old he is? He looks young. Or is that just good genes? The owners had some criminal cases against them. Fixing gone wrong made them bankrupt. That's hilarious. He's 34? Holy cow. CSK was banned because I remember doing my overview, and it had something to do with match fixing as well, or something like that, or the owners were betting or doing something. But CSK was banned for 2 years, right? Gabe, when CSK got banned, Dhoni, captain, Ryzen, Poon, Super Giants. Okay. That fact, ICC have to stop international games for the IPL. So it's politics then. That makes all the sense in the world.
Always politics with Gabe. Always.
Well, I was asking why not add two more teams, because the argument is if you look at all the international players like Jason Holder. I read an article, right, that said he was unbought. So was Norkia, a couple international players that weren't unbought. Well, this is the IPL, right? The more international players you got, the more Indian players don't get to play, which makes all the sense in the world. So why not open it up to 2 more players? And people were talking about there were 2 more teams before, but then they went bankrupt. But here, it made all the sense in the world right now. It's because the ICC doesn't want to extend the season because then it cuts into international play. Bottom line.
Dude, it's tough, man. You got all these different schedules that you're working with, right? I understand it, actually. I look at their schedule. I feel bad for some of these players. I mean, it's just nonstop cricket these guys are playing when they're these superstars. We got a super chat here from Swap05. Extra team increases IPL timeline and messes up international schedules, just like Gabe was saying. Leagues are not the only thing in cricket. Remember, yes, no, I agree. For me, I'd rather have an IPL than not have an IPL. If you have, see, the conversation is this, because crazier things have happened in sports. If you have extra teams, then you shorten the season. As fans, is that what you want to see? Do you want to see the season shortened in length? I mean, as far as how many games each team plays. Because then it's kind of the best of both worlds, is it not? Because now my international players aren't getting as worn out. They're not playing as many matches. And you get more players that can get some more exposure and can get into the IPL. Let me know what you guys think about that.
Well, and I was just saying, think about the Indian players that wouldn't have had a chance this year or would have had a deeper chance. Tawadia was a replacement, right? So a Gaikwad replaced Watson, but he couldn't get on the field. 350s. You know what I'm saying? Like there's so many guys. I think that it's just so many good players in the IPL and so many good Indian players as well. You can't get them all on the field, and that's tough.
Oh. Yeah.
That is tough. I mean, think about baseball, Nick, right? Do you think, and I mean, you're a Padres fan, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. All right. The guys that are 6, 7, 8 on the team, other than this year, because you guys had a great American League type team. those guys aren't superstars. Those guys, you're like, whatever. But here, I could make an argument for almost anybody on any team. Like, yo, that guy deserves to play. He doesn't get enough time. Jice Wall, who was my emerging player of the year, he played one game, and then after that, they replaced him with Butler at the opening partnership because he failed one game, and then the guy couldn't see the field again. He might have played 2 games this year. Jice Wall doesn't deserve to play?
Yeah, but think of it this way, though. I understand what you're saying, but think of it this way. Where IPL, you only have 4 overseas players, so the other guys are all Indian players. 4 that you can play at one time, right? So all the other guys are Indian players. For the Indian squad, there's just not nearly enough spots, right? There's only 11 guys that are going to start. There's not enough spots for all of these players, for these hundreds of Indian players. For other teams, yes, no big deal. But there is a 4 right there from Saha, this guy.
And answer this question. Was I wrong? And Abhishek, you're very knowledgeable, right? You've mentioned this before. Somebody else mentioned this. I can't remember. They say IPL saved cricket. I feel like the IPL has a lot of power, bro. Because IPL is like one of the most what's the word? IPL is one of the most profitable leagues, bottom line, in cricket. So if the IPL wanted to, couldn't they really push the ICC and say, yeah, we're going to get 2 more games in? So teams like West Indies who need money playing the likes of England and Australia should have less international matches for IPL. Kathleen, that's a great point there. That's a great point. Why is it that players retire from playing international before they retire from the IPL?
Because it's less pressure, I would think.
Oh, it's less money, bro. Come on.
I don't know. Usually when you play for the international squad, you get less money than the IPL, I would think.
That's my point. So it's less money playing for international than the IPL.
Yeah, but more pressure. Minute Team says, but Nick, teams play each other twice, home and away. So if we add 2 more yes, I get that. So again, you would sacrifice that. Every team's not going to play each team twice. It's just not going to happen. So then this is where you have, like in American sports, most sports, but American sports, you have the divisions, right? You're broken up in divisions. That way you play your division opponent twice. You play the other teams at least one time, and you try to figure it out that way. You can have 2 divisions of 5 teams or whatever. And if you play each team 5 times, that's twice, that's 8 games. And then the other 5, so that's 12 or 13 games. You know, it comes close to working out. It comes close. But yeah, you'd have to sacrifice that as well.
So Rashib Sharma says, that's how the IPL got 2 months, Gabe, by twisting the ICC's arm. Like, listen up here. You don't want to go head to head with us, cousin. You know what I'm saying? Because we can take international players, and the kind of money we offer, you're not offering them. Let's be honest. Our West Indies, Renell talks about it all the time. Money is one of the biggest issues with the West Indies, right? So other countries that don't pay as well as an Australia, for instance, or as an England, you might make the business decision to say, I got to feed my family. I got to do what I got to do. So the IPL has a lot of power. So if they wanted to, they could extend the season a little bit more. But I see what you guys are saying.
Yeah, it does happen in so hold on. What you explained, Nick, happens in the World Cup. I'm guessing you're thinking Cricket World Cup. You're saying Cricket World Cup. Excuse me. I have experience with watching the Soccer World Cup, the International Football World Cup. And if I remember correctly, they have their pools, right? They have their pools, but those are the only teams that you play in that stage. And it's only so many teams can move on from that stage. So that's where it's a little different. I'm not sure how Cricket World Cup is, if it's just like the Football World Cup or if it's like the division play. I'm not saying just play the teams in your division. I'm saying at least play the other teams at least once just to see what they got going on. But again, I think the IPL is fine just the way it is. They've lasted this long and been so successful at 8 teams. We're just getting greedy when we're asking for 2 more teams. Do I think it's a better plan? I don't know, because I do like the fact that each team plays each other twice. I do like that.
Dr. Vice says, Gabe, you watched the test, Gabe. Playing for your country is a huge deal, not leagues. Listen, I get it. Playing for your country is a huge deal. But once you've already played for your country and you got that, so to speak, you got that feather in your cap.
That's 5 4s in a row for SRH. 5 4s and 5 balls.
bro. I'm telling you, it's.
Yeah, don't kill the golden goose. I agree. But listen, you guys are talking about schedule and international play. With COVID, did they not come pretty quick with the plan to get the IPL still going in the season in the second half of the year? Did they not come up with that pretty quickly? Come on. Things can be moved. Things can be done.
Oh, bro, listen. Everybody was talking. This changed baseball forever, by the way. COVID has changed. No, AJ, no. It's election day in America, so we're off.
Not a six boundary.
But in America, guys, oh man, because no one was playing international cricket. That's what I'm saying. IPL saved cricket.
Schedules around.
IPL saved cricket, man. But you know what's funny? Sports came back. This is how big sports are, guys. Sports came back while we were still in the middle of a lockdown, when you couldn't go to a restaurant. You couldn't go to a casino, was shut down. Buildings, banks, everything was shut down. School. But sports, they found a way. Oh, they found a way. Because there's so much money in sports, man. It's sickening, bro. It honestly is.
We learned about Kerry Packer in the Fire in Babylon series. Yeah, look at this. Nick, by pushing the World Cup a whole year, they pushed back the World Cup for the IPL. That's what I'm saying. IPL's got some juice, man. I mean, they got some juice. They got some power. I mean, they got some muscles there. So if they want to extend their season a few weeks, they might just say, take it. I don't know. I like the international more than the IPL. I love the IPL, but I think the international is just, I just like the whole country aspect of it. But I don't know.
Was it, Nick, remember that documentary we watched when they were talking about the history of cricket? And then who was that really big announcer that was on there? Because somebody said, whoever said the IPL saved cricket to full, it was like, I want to say it was like one of the huge old-time cricketers, an English dude too, that was talking about how the popularity of cricket had gone down for a few years until the IPL came back. I have to look it up, but I heard that in a documentary that Nick and I reviewed about the history of cricket. I can't remember who was the guy talking about it, though.
BCCI controls 60% of the revenue of the ICC. Wow.
Ooh. Oh, wow. Man. Nope. Trump won't allow it. I don't think Trump knows what cricket is, man. Just say it.
He would say he does. He would say that it's amazing. And it is, but
no. It's a beautiful thing. It's beautiful.
Yes, I will be here for the final next week. I will be here. I've taken a personal day, which means I can do whatever I want. Can't get in trouble for it. You know, as far as work goes, I can't go break the law. But yes, I will be here. Gabe is still trying to it's very tough right now. If you're going to try to get a sickness, you don't want to get a serious sickness with COVID, but he's trying to see if he can get a safe allergy situation going on or something like that. We'll see.
I just happened to have to schedule a dentist appointment on that day.
Oh, that worked out nicely. Saha get another boundary there. Look at the run rate at 10. 10 and a half.
Over, bro. This game is I'm so mad. I'm so mad.
Once again, SRH's run rate's going to increase. I love the net run rate. I absolutely love it. I'm sure you hate it, Gabe, because it's what got your team bounced out. But you've got to have a tiebreaker situation. No. And I absolutely love it.
No, I get it for sure. I get it for sure. Even though you want to talk about making the IPL even more exciting, I think no, because look at all the teams. In baseball, if you end up with the same record, then you have to play an additional game. It's a wild card game just to get into the playoffs. And that was so much fun for so many years because you saw that happen a lot of times.
The NFL has the dumbest tiebreakers. I hate their tiebreakers. It's best division record. And then, I mean, that's stupid. What if you're like the Patriots, the Chiefs, where you play garbage divisions? Really? You're going to give an extra chance just because you're in horrible divisions? And then they have, like, after that, it's the most points scored. Then after that, it's like, I don't know, less people that were sick in the year. They got dumb tiebreakers.
Yeah, they do. Yes, they do, my friend.
Warner and Saha. Ooh, that kind of ate them up. Warner and Saha are doing their thing right now. They got 45 for nothing. And there's another 49 for nothing. Can't even finish my sentence, Warner, without you giving me some more fantasy points. He's got 21 on 12 balls. Saha's got 27 on 16.
You got him on your team, Nick?
Of course.
You heathen. Oh, you heathen.
I had to go with the openers.
Bro, Natarajan killed me today. 2 points, no wickets. That just destroyed me. I'm going to have a hard time just hanging on to 19th spot. So bad.
I disagree with this comment right here. What else is new? Where's it at? No case of net run rate. They are through just by winning. Yeah, because if they win, they tie KKR and the tiebreaker is a net run rate.
Yeah, no.
Am I missing something here? It's definitely a case of the net run rate.
I still remember when Gabe said chasing was horrible. Mira, it was. Look at those first games. Was that a fluke? 1 game is a fluke. 2 game is a fluke. 3 game is. It was the first 12 games. When does it stop being a fluke and it starts being what do you call it? When does it stop being a fluke and when does it start being a strategy?
Not just that, but if SRH wins, not that it matters, it doesn't matter, but they become the 3 seed over the 4 seed. Now, I would assume in a regular IPL season, that means if you're the 3 seed, you get the home game. In this situation, this season, you really get no advantage being the 3 or 4, correct?
No advantage.
Bragging rights, maybe.
Unless, do they still have to flip a coin? Because that's an advantage in and of itself. Give me at least that. I don't get home field advantage. Okay, if I'm 3, then let me at least decide if we bat or bowl first.
I see what you're saying, Abhishek. Maybe this is what the other guy meant about this match. The run rate doesn't matter. No, it doesn't matter in this match because SRH has a positive 5, like half or whatever. No, I get that. This match, it doesn't matter. But their season net run rate is what's going to allow them to propel over KKR. That's why I love net run rate as a tiebreaker. I was just saying that their net run rate is just going to increase even more for bragging rights after this game.
Minutium says, Gabe and Nick, Trump actually inaugurated the world's biggest cricket stadium in April of this year when he came to India. Yeah, I forgot he went to India. 3 doesn't get home field advantage, so they always play in neutral spots.
Wow. So what's the advantage of being 1 versus 2 or 3 versus 4?
Well, 1 versus 2, we know those advantages.
No, just 1 versus 2. Like I'm 1 and you're 2. What's my advantage of being 1 and you're 2? Camel has super chat here. The brand value of the IPL in 2019 was $6.7 billion. According to BCCI, the 2015 IPL season contributed $160 million to the GDP of the Indian economy.
Jesus.
That's a whole lot. That's a whole lot. But if they made they were worth 6.7 2019. Can India get some more money? Can we get $1 billion?
Can a brother get online, eh? No advantage at all. Playoff locations are pre-decided. Interesting.
Oh, man.
Because think about it.
Why?
Everybody
talks about American sports thing because that is a huge advantage in American sports. And, for me, I have no problem with that advantage. If you earn it by winning the regular season, more games than the other team, wow, I wonder why.
That's why the Super Bowl is such a unique thing because it's the one game where teams don't have a home field advantage on in football, right? It's a neutral site. But, yeah, when you talk about, oh my gosh, these guys are going off. When you talk about sports, man, people talk about how CSK built their team with the spinners in order to play to their home field advantage. I didn't realize that it didn't matter. We got a super chat here by Jihan. You want me to read it? If SRH win, the run rate can go up or stay the same. So they'll knock KKR out. If you are 1 or 2, you get 2 chances. 3 or 4 only get 1 chance. Thank you, Jihan, for the super chat. Yeah. I get that. Was there another super chat we missed, Nick, or did you read that one already?
I got the other one. Yeah, Jahan, no problem. I got your message on Patreon. I'll get you back soon enough. Just so you know. Yeah, Kevin last we got his. Thanks for that super chat, Jahan. I'm just saying, like 1 versus 2. 1, you don't get any kind of advantage for being number 1 over versus number 2. That's all I'm saying. Because we saw DC, it was their last game and a net run rate to allow them to go into the playoffs and be number 2. Mumbai qualified days earlier, so can my friends get some advantages here? Can we get like an extra 2 months to start the game with or something? Would that be okay?
Renil says, "Pray that Gabe doesn't ban me again." Oh man, I'm never gonna.
Justice for Renil.
Hashtag justice for Renil. Renil's been hanging out too much with Nick, man. The drive-bys just keep on coming.
How are you gonna ban one of the OGs, my friend? How are you gonna do that?
What are they doing?
You should be banned.
I almost banned myself. 55 in the power play with 1 ball to go, and they haven't lost a wicket. Oh my gosh. You know who has the most wickets in the power play, Nick? Have I told you that this year already? It's a guy named Bolt who's sitting down right now eating Cheetos, drinking tea. But nah, we don't need him. We don't need him. No matter.
It's not that we don't need him, it's that we need him for the playoffs.
No, okay, I see.
We don't need him for a meaningless game.
The final would be SRH versus Delhi. Oh, that would be glorious.
Gabe, if you were a fan of this team, you would have absolutely no problem with them benching Bolt. You would actually, and I don't care what you say, you would actually be applauding them for it's a great strategy. It's a great plan. I don't care what you're going to say right now if you disagree with me, because I know you know I'm right.
Okay, I mean, listen, if you know, you know. But I'm just remember the year that the Giants were the playoff Road Warriors that we beat Green Bay in Green Bay. What was the talk about that? The Giants went 8-8. They won, I think, 4 or 5 in a row to get into the playoffs. Green Bay had such a huge lead that they benched Aaron Rodgers for game 16 was it 15 and 16 or just 16? And then what happens? The Giants come in and beat them at home. Just saying.
You can say all you want, but if you were a fan of the team, like, this is brilliant. This is genius.
Abhishek, thank you for the super chat. That's interesting, Nick. Read that financial super chat. Why?
Abhishek, final requires a lot of police, so decided earlier. Because if people lose, they don't handle it well, my friend. The fans.
You think? No.
You think about that. It's such a problem that they need weeks in advance to be like, make sure we have enough police force.
No way. No, it can't be because of that.
How many streams do we have Gabe's little thing going off on?
People get mad. Wow, people get mad. Maybe it is because of that crowd control. That's funny.
You think I'm lying here?
Bro, I mean, I could see that, like I said, if it's football, international football, because yes, it gets rowdy. International football gets rowdy. But I thought cricket's a gentleman's game. You win, you lose, you shake hands.
For the players, not the fans. Can't control the fans.
SRK was banned before the match. It's just a precaution. That's interesting. If people throw bottles, they must be from Philly.
Patents is definitely losing the economy rate for my little competition between him and NCN. Viniac, super chat, try this. No.com. You better not be sending me to an adult site, my friend.
Oh my.
Oh my.
SRK got banned for how many years? Oh, I remember that. I did that in my overview. He walked on the field. Bro, like what? Are you serious? I forgot that there was tension. Was that SRK was that versus Mumbai Indians, they have rivals that really goes deep, a rivalry that goes deep. And Nick, I remember doing it in my overview. SRK walked on the field to celebrate the win, and a security guard and him got into it. And supposedly he verbally abused the security guard. He got banned for like 2 years. No, first it was a lifetime ban, and then they lifted it after like 5 years. But he could not go to the stadium. It's insane.
I was physically abused in the ear. What movie is that from, guys? You got to tell me what that website's for before I click on it, my friend.
Which game was that, guys? Yes, it was versus Mumbai. I forgot that the history, the rivalry. Now I'm even more convinced that they did it to keep out KKR. I forgot they hate each other, bro. They've got like a real bro. Think about in professional sports, owners they don't care. Maybe other than Jerry Jones, but they don't care win or lose. They make so much money. They hang out at the same country clubs, playing golf, eating bagels with lox and crepes. I don't know. That's all the rich people food I could think of. The caviar. They don't care. But that was serious that they actually banned SRK. That's so funny.
Look at this from Varun. The venue where final is played in any particular year is decided by the winner of the previous season. The home ground of the previous year winning team is a place for the final the next. That's crazy. Now, in the NFL, the Super Bowl is always predetermined as well. It's based on weather, what stadium they think is going to have the best weather. Sometimes it's not, based on new stadiums. Super chat from Dr. Jihan. When India started collapsing in the World Cup semifinal against Sri Lanka in 1996 and were going to lose, the crowd set the stadium on fire, and the game had to be abandoned and awarded to S. I remember talking about that in one of our reactions for Born Reviews. It's crazy. Crazy. These guys, these fans are like, we're going to save our team right now. We are going to be the ones to save it. Let's light this place up. Literally.
I stand corrected.
another 4 from Warner. You look away from the game for a second, and they're still doing the same thing, hitting boundaries and not getting out.
And it's funny. I got Warner, but everybody that's around me, Nick, has Warner. So 17 has Warner. 18 has Warner.
So they all had Bumrah.
A couple guys took Bumrah, yeah. So that kind of saved me, but not really because I went with what's his name, and he didn't get any wickets. Heathen.
Nice. I love the Darth Vader. You guys, for you that are fans of Star Wars, do you guys like the addition of the no in Return of the Jedi, or do you hate it? I personally love it. It shows a little more emotion from Darth Vader as the Emperor's killing his son. Some people absolutely hate the addition of the no. What do you think, Gabe? Him saying no.
I like it. I like it a lot. You know how I feel about Darth?
And I just gave a huge spoiler away if you haven't seen Star Wars. Sorry about that.
Oh, man. Right here, I like Abhishek's comment. It says, at 8:37, it says, Sachin was given out wrongly. They burnt 12 seats. Yeah. They're lucky they don't know which car the umpire drives because they should have burnt the car. Umpires. Listen. Most loathsome people. If you had to invite, Nick, let me tell you something. If you had to invite a criminal lawyer, like, what are those scumbags that defends, you know what I mean? Like the low of the lowest of the low. An umpire, okay, who cost your team a win with a bad call. All right. Criminal lawyer, umpire, or let me see, what's another loathsome position? You know what? A politician, a lying politician. Who goes to dinner? Who do you invite to dinner? With your family, with your folks?
At that point, whoever I like the most.
That is such a weak. Make the choice. Who's the most loathsome of those human beings? Is it the politician, the umpire, who's everybody?
Umpires in the same category as where you put it, my friend. This is a question for you. Who do you choose?
Easily the criminal lawyer. Why? Because I may need him after burning the umpire's car.
You didn't tell me it was a riddle.
Nepal says no. No one. I eat alone.
Gabe and Nick, thoughts on Zimbabwe upsetting Pakistan? It's great for Zimbabwe. Pakistan still gets the series, and so that's what I have more importance on is the series win. It's kind of like when Ireland beat England, but England won the series. That was a great chase and win by Ireland, but ultimately it didn't really matter too much. I mean, it matters. It matters for sure, but it didn't matter ultimately because England still got the series win. It was nice to see that. And that's another good example. I mean, I know people want to kill Pakistan and say chokers, all this kind of stuff. Listen, this is still an international squad, Zimbabwe. They still got Raza. They got Taylor. They got my man, I can't remember his name right now, who got the 5 wickets today and 2 in the Super Over. They got some cricketers, right? Sometimes you get beat. Pakistan won the series, so that's great. Now, someone's going to tell me Zimbabwe hasn't won an ODI match in like 10 years, and I would say, oh, that's a huge deal. But yes, it's great for Zimbabwe. Gives them some something to build off of, gives them some confidence. But Pakistan still won the series.
Interesting. You know what's sad, right? People are killing Zimbabwe in here, right? Yeah, Zimbabwe got 10 points. Bro, America didn't even qualify. We didn't even qualify, all right, dude? So I'll take being Zimbabwe so we can at least play some international cricket. You know what I'm saying? We don't even qualify. Come on, man.
Pakistan lost rating points. Yeah, but I mean, are you saying, maybe that is the expectation. Maybe the expectation is that we sweep every team when we play a team that's less than us in the points. But that's just not a logical explanation. You take the series win, you hope for the sweep. If the sweep doesn't happen, you still have the series win because you're not going to always win every single match. But if you're saying you're expecting to sweep that team, like you expect it to happen, you're putting way too much pressure on yourselves.
What do you see here, Nick? 69-0. I mean, if a wicket doesn't fall soon, this game is over. And they're
playing with them right now.
They chase it, and they chase it early.
Oh, yeah. I said by the 15th, it'll be done.
Oh, Warner. I mean, a guy like
new thing. Okay.
A guy like Warner is so much class, bro.
Not beating Zimbabwe is a loss, in my opinion. Guys, remember the very first season of the IPL, the Royals, I believe, were ranked as the worst team going to the IPL. They won the entire thing. You never know how good a team is going to that season until they actually play. Past history does not mean anything. Even if they have the same guys in the squad, sometimes they make that step up and they elevate. The real question is going to be, is this a situation where every other team swept Zimbabwe and Pakistan lost, a match to them? Then whatever, right? They still won the series. And I'm not trying to be sympathetic to Pakistan, but I'm just being this is my true sports opinion. Maybe it's because I'm a Padres fan, right? We've lost lots of series.
Correct.
But a series win is the most important thing. You didn't get that third one. It took a super over by Zimbabwe to get that win. You got to give them credit.
First of all, there was like 2 comments. I cannot highlight comments, guys. Sorry, unfortunately. But one was, I want to say it was by Abhishek. I'm trying to find it. He was talking about Shane Watson, or was that the doctor in the house? Somebody was talking about Shane Watson. Yes, I did realize that he retired. And you know what? Dr. Jihan. Yep. Did you hear about Shane Watson retirement? I did. He played for Australia first in 2002. And you think to yourself, oh, 2002, that's not a long time ago. Yes, it is, guys. Guys, that's almost 18 years ago. That's a long time. All right, guys. We think about 2000 as being right around the corner. That's a long time ago. So I did hear that. Then there was another comment I wanted to respond to. Who else was it?
Shane Watson, did he already retire from Australia because he's just not good enough for that deep squad? So he's just done everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, dude, he's age, brother. It gets to you. It just gets to you. You know what I mean? Nobody beats Father Time. Nobody, or Mother Time, whatever you want to call it. Man, there was another comment and I can't find it now.
IPL is a lot tougher league than international cricket. Boomer, I love you, my friend, but
the question here was, or not the question, but the statement was, are we going to stream ODI? Are we going to stream international matches like ODI and Test? That's how we started. Our very first stream was Test. It was England versus my West Indies. And it was funny because the first match was rained out. Remember all the rain, Nick, or whatever? And it's a 8-hour plus match we're trying to stream. and it was frustrating because we missed out on a lot of the game. It was rain shortened game, but yeah, that's how we started. Absolutely. You know,
We're going to do the best we can. Obviously, with ODIs, with tests, they're much longer matches.
right.
We're going to be streaming portions of them. We're going to do the best we can. We're not going to do every match. I'll tell you that right now. We're just not going to do every match. You know, Gabe's got a busy schedule, especially during the holidays and the season and whatnot. His schedule gets even tighter. As much as I love YouTube, I will always choose my family over streaming over a video. You guys have already seen that before. So we're not streaming every match. That's not going to happen, but we're going to, right over his head. We're going to do as much as we can. Like Gabe said, that's how we got started. We fell in love with the international game. We haven't seen a match for quite a while because once the summer was over and we had school and we got more focused on getting ready for our students and everything, that was different. But, you know, we'll always be doing the international game when we can. And we have some good games with a good schedule coming up in this winter time or near the end of fall. So we'll be here as much as we can.
Absolutely, man. Dude, you got to be kidding me. This partnership is, man.
This guy, sorry. No, losers, no. Sonny S, CSK is out? I just woke up after a nap of 70 years. If that's true, you don't even know what CSK is. Yep, CSK is out. I didn't have any drive-bys from CSK so far, so thanks for bringing that up so we can remind Gabe about it. In case he forgot. Yes, Wokes and Smudge is like our family. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, boy.
All I know is I need to get my Stuart Broad fix in. I need to get my Chris Wokes fix. It's been too long. I've got to get my India cricket maiden voyage going on. I need to stop being an Indian international cricket virgin, if you know what I'm talking about. I want to see this Australia squad. I've seen them against England. I don't think that was them at their best, but we'll see. Got lots to see, my friends.
Man, I'm excited to see my West Indies. Renell's like, listen, that's where we shine in the West Indies. Give us that T20. You know what I'm saying?
Look at Minatium. Shane Watson's career is a few months older than me.
That's funny.
Boomer, dude, Nick just completely took my comment out of context from a while back. I was responding to Royals winning the first IPL trophy versus Zimbabwe, upsetting Pakistan. Yes, but okay, and that's fine. I didn't even say anything. If you remember, I just kind of gave you a look because the comment was what the comment was. I wasn't trying to take it out of context. But if we're going to do the context thing, right, that's not really a fair thing to say to what I had said about the fact that you have teams in sports, and I had just talked about the Royals who were not ranked too high that could have a special year. That was my entire point. I'm not trying to throw you under the bus. I just read the comment the way it was.
66 runs needed, 66 balls. Jeez.
They're both at 41 runs. Jeez Louise.
Nick said, if you've got a guy on SRH in fantasy on this last day who's 4 or 5, you're in trouble. Because you're in trouble. Oh, my gosh.
But nothing but love, Boomer. I'm not trying to throw you on the bus, my friend.
They can't buy a wicket. Nick, they cannot buy a wicket.
No. Not at all.
Oh, Warner.
Yeah, Jahan, test matches are long. We love them. We absolutely love them if we have the time, but they are long. We did like almost every match from the series of West Indies and England. That was quite the feat. But you can't do it. You can't make a living off watching that all the time.
I wish I could. Oh, boy. This is the 10th over, guys. 3 balls left in the 10th over, and they're at 85 runs already. I mean, come on. Well, Nicholas, it looks like your team is you walking into the playoffs, and then your mistress will play Then the other team you put in, your dark horse, SRH, I believe was one of your teams. Who was your fourth team you put in there? I can't remember. I know it was DC.
The team that will not be named. Okay, they are in the 8th spot, the Royals. But in my defense, they were 1 win away from making it very, very interesting.
Everybody was 1 win away. They're all 6-8. They're all 1 win away from making it very interesting, dude. KKR is gonna be 7-7 and miss the playoffs. Come on.
Now, it was a dark horse. Okay, it was a dark horse. But to your point, yes, my top 2 teams, I did not make garbage picks. They're both in the playoffs.
So painful.
I think Delhi Capitals was like your last afterthought.
They were my dark horse. You know what's funny? I actually put Mumbai Indians in there just because I knew how good they were. So I got that right. So Mumbai Indians were in there in DC. Of course, CSK and KKR.
Fair enough.
Listen, I could be objective just because I dislike them. I know how good they are. You know, come on.
Think about the hole that Kings 11 dug for themselves, right? They won 5 in a row, right? 4 or 5 in a row, 1 loss, and they're done. They would have had to win the last 6 to get in. They almost did it. Man.
That's just the game, brother. That's just the game.
1 win away. No, if Rajasthan would have won 1 more match, they still would have been out because of net run rate. But having them in last place, that kind of hurts. Gabe, you've been there for quite a while now. Can you tell me like some ways to cope?
Oh, you know what?
I heard you too with Asjan, where you're like, at least I don't got to hear Nick say that CSK's in the cellar no more. Oh, that drives me nuts. I'm glad I got under the skin.
How do I cope? R3 wickets, all right? R3 wickets is like therapy for me. I go on there, I rant. It's a lot cheaper than paying some psychologist or psychiatrist to listen to me rant. And I just let it out. You know, it's very unhealthy to keep it in, bottled up. So I let it out. R3 wickets. Just saying. Think
about that. They won their final 3 games, and they still.
Bumrah would have bowled an over now. Laughter Express, what are you doing to me? Are you trying to get? Oh gosh. I thought you liked me, man. Oh my gosh. Now they're trying to just get me to go. Oh gosh. Required run rate is 6. A little over 6.
That's doable.
You think?
Well, guys, we are winding down. We're going to stick it through all the way through. We're 3/4 through this match. But what an IPL journey we have been on, ladies and gentlemen. I believe the very first match of the women's IPL starts tomorrow. I can't speak for Gabe, but I am not going to be here for that. I am going to take one morning off. I am going to get some sleep. It's blasphemous for me usually to wake up at 5 a.m. on my day off, right? So I'm going to get some sleep tomorrow, but I am planning on being back here the next morning to watch the first, a little bit of that match. But then Saturday, I'm going to be watching some women's IPL Saturday morning, assuming it's not too early. Let's see. Andy, super chat here. Thanks for that. It is new for Gabe and Nick. Why don't you tell them Mumbai out of the playoffs 4 times? Hey.
What does that mean?
I know. So he's saying that it's new for CSK to be out of the playoffs because this is the first time it's ever happened. Mumbai out of the playoffs for 4 times. They had a slow start to the IPL. They did. Then they got a man named Rohit Sharma. In, I think, 2013, they made him the captain. Ricky Ponting stepped down. Rohit Sharma captain. 4 championships, almost 5 later. I mean, it's yes, the second half of the IPL has been all Mumbai, but I keep saying it. CSK is that team that could potentially have 8 championships. Now, no one's going to win them all. Not even Tom Brady wins them all. But when you have 3 out of 8,
I mean, just means you're there a lot. Oh,
Oh man, this guy was crushing LeBron earlier for not getting the title.
I said that's why he got crushed. That's why he got crushed.
Just saying. Swap nil. Thanks for the super chat. And ODI, Pakistan is ranked number 6. Zimbabwe 14. USA 19. Ooh, we got in the top 20. So Zimbabwe win against Pakistan is like USA win against rank 11 Ireland and the USA at home. Yes, but it's not. They didn't lose the series. They lost a match. And again, I don't know the history. Okay, I want to know out of all the matches where a team is favored by 8 ranks. What is the percentage of that team that sweeps the other team in that series? If you're going to tell me it's 80% or higher, I'm not going to believe it, right? But bro, I don't know.
Saha is a savage, bro. Saha is a savage.
You know it.
I love this opening partnership between Warner and Saha. You know, I will say, though,
jeez. A 6? A flat 6?
Come on, baby.
Ooh, 50 for my captain.
50 for my captain.
Warner your captain too?
Yeah, of course. Everybody did. Look at everybody that's ranked right around me. Everybody put Warner as their captain. Everyone.
What was I gonna say? Dang it, I can't remember. Is that yeah, that's a 6.
So right now, just so I'm looking at it, this game is just about over, but we got AK Hill's team. We've got Nikhil. I think Nikhil's in here right now. Team and Cali 14 BC are our top 3 guys. So make sure you guys hit us up either on Twitter or on Instagram. We can start getting those packages out to you. You know what I'm saying? Born Reviews / CFA Nations Fantasy Playoff Dream 11 contest. Those are our top 3 winners. Nice.
80% or higher, Sonny. Yes, that was some quick math. I need some real research, my friend. Now, here's a good point right here. Now, if this is true, then okay. Zimbabwe only won 4 matches out of 64 against Pakistan. Jeez. Now, that is what I'm talking about. Bring me some numbers. Bring me some history. If that is true, then yes, it's a big deal that Zimbabwe won this one match. If they've only won 4 out of 64, that's 1 out of 16. I don't even know what the percentage is, but it's, 6% or something like that. That's impressive. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Saha. Gabe, keep telling me about how Bairstow, it's a shame that he got benched. Keep telling me that.
Because I'm not saying it's a shame. I'm saying Bairstow should ask to be traded. I would. Trade me. Drop me. Saha's playing much better. But I'm saying, okay, yes, there's $1 million. But I think another team will pay $1 million for Bairstow. If you're Bairstow, you want to sit on the bench next season too and not play? He's a young dude. He's got pride, man.
Guys, tell me this is not true. Guys, tell me it's not true. Does Dream 11 continue into the playoffs? Tell me I have no transfers left.
What?
Oh, no. Another person said it.
No. Oh, I screwed up.
I have on the fantasy oh my. Well, I have Patical.
I messed up
from today to make room for. Oh no.
So let me see. I messed up bad.
Oh no. Guys, how did you guys not tell us this? We've had like 56 matches.
I've got Mumbai Indians. I've got David Warner. I've got Patical.
I have 1 CSK in there. I have 1 Rajasthan Royal. I have 1 KK. Okay, everyone else but those 3 are in. Okay, thank goodness.
Bro, this is my problem though. I got Stokes. I've got Tawadia. I've got Chris Gale, Raidu, and Shubman Gill. None of them are in. That's a problem.
I'm just glad that I dropped some Rajasthan Royals today to make room for my 2 moves.
Oh, wait.
I have Warner, Paddy Call, Iyer, Sharma. I just picked up Sharma today.
You get 10 extra transfers.
Bumrah. How many transfers do you have?
I got none, but it says you get 10 extra transfers.
Oh, thank goodness. Oh.
Bro, I was like, oh my gosh. I mean,
This person says you get a learn for the playoffs. Oh man, I need some more. I need some more.
I need some transfers. I need some transfers.
Hey Gabe, I heard you had some transfers. What are you guys doing to us? What are you guys doing to us? You didn't tell us about this.
Who was
I
it
would
that
have
said?
saved the transfers for today if that was the case.
Somebody said, "Yo, I forgot." Somebody said I got X amount of transfers left because I didn't make any transfers all year long. They got like 110, and they're in the 30s or something like that. I was like, "What? Can a brother get some transfers? Just like, can a brother get some transfers?"
What does this one say? This one mean? Unlimited transfers before first qualifiers. Can you reset your lineup then?
Basically, yep.
So okay, so at the first beginning of the season, you can do as many as you want to set your team up for the playoffs, right?
Yep.
Oh, holla at your boy. I am taking advantage of that nonsense.
Look at Nick. Nick thinks he's gonna do something. You ain't catching.
Oh, wow.
Nick
Look at that,
thinks
the older brother. Oh, look at the little brother. He thinks he's going to get a hit here. Ha, ha, ha. Okay.
Nick
You're
thinks
that
he's gonna
confident.
catch up
I'm
to
going
me,
to take
guys.
the line from your man, Michael Strahan, when Tom Brady said, we're only going to get 17 points. Ha, ha, ha. Okay. He says, oh, he's that confident. Okay. All right.
Guys, Nick is just trying to find some way to not have to pick up this bill because he knows I can eat, cousin. And I'll be like, yum, 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 yum. Delicioso. I'm ordering like 3 entrees too. Just saying.
I am used to clean up your mistakes, to carrying your load, to paying for your check, okay? I'm used to it, man. I made a career out of it.
Run update. It is 113 for nil, people. 114 for nil. For nil.
I've actually lost spots today because of fantasy. Jeez Louise.
Where are you at?
I'm at 34 now. These guys ahead of me. Let's see. We got Brave. What did he do? He made 3 transfers today. All right, whatever. He made Saha his captain. Yada
Nice.
vice captain. Let's
Nice.
see. We got Praney. There's a wide right there. He
That's
got
a really
209
bad wide.
today. 3 transfers.
That is a 5-run wide. Really?
Love it. Ooh. This guy, Sana 3670. He's holding on. He's got only 29 points today. He obviously didn't have any moves because he made Rabada his captain. He wasn't paying attention today.
So, bro, unlimited transfers. So that means you got to be really, really, really smart what you do with that 3-4 matchup. Because the games are right back to back, right?
The first match is, maybe the first match is Thursday, so I won't be watching Women's IPL on Thursday. I'll be watching the first 2 hours of the first match. I think the first, no, Friday, right? I think it's Friday, Sunday, Tuesday. So are they're having a double header then on Sunday, correct?
They must.
Oh my goodness gracious. Let me look at the schedule here. So on Thursday, you have Mumbai, DC. And then so there is a game on Friday. It's determined to be announced. And then Sunday, and then Tuesday. Okay, so no doubleheader.
So Mumbai, DC. So you got to load that up, bro.
And that actually works out for us too, because Mumbai and DC is going to play more games than anyone else. At least, right? At least they're going to have 2 matches.
Boom,
each.
boom, shah.
So we get 11 transfers?
Look at Nick. Look at Nick.
But I'm not getting excited, guys, because I know my choosing is garbage anyways. I've even tried to go against what my instincts have been telling me the last few days, and it still hasn't worked out, besides Warner today, but everyone knew that one.
That's funny. I'm already thinking, what am I going to do?
I had 100 transfers. I still messed it up, guys.
Oh, my gosh.
Can you carry on transfers from the regular season to the postseason?
They already answered that. Nope. I saw it in the chat.
Good. So these goofballs that are doing like 7 or 8 a day, your string is done. Now it's an even playing field. Arv says, don't worry, Nick, me too. Good. So I use all my transfers like I was supposed to.
What fantasy leagues are you playing? The CFA Nation Fantasy League. We created our own.
Must be a new viewer. Catch up fan, like and subscribe, and then check out our community post with a link for it. You can get access. You can join the league right now, my friend. Show us how it's done. Arv says, Nick, I haven't changed my team since I started. Why? You're like Jody. She doesn't care.
Laughter Express is like I'm at rank 23. That's funny.
Where is poor Jody at?
I predict Mumbai RCB final. Ooh, that's interesting.
What did Jody call her team again?
Probably something to do with the Mena 12th. Ooh.
Jody learns about cricket. She's at number 2. Man, she's almost got 5,000 points.
It's not bad.
She's got no one going today. She's got Kumar still on her roster. He's been injured for a while. She's got Bairstow still on hers. Goswami, Sharma, Pandya, Khalil Ahmed. Oh, she had Khalil Ahmed. Butler and Dewan. She's had Dewan as her vice captain all year, so that was a pretty good choice for her.
Probably why she got those points.
Oh, wow.
You the one that threw her under the bus, man. Reading her squad. Drive by Nick, bro. It is no longer Nick the wicketkeeper, guys. It's drive by Nick.
It's impressive that she's gotten points on most days without even switching her squad.
Interesting.
I want to know who's losing to Jody because, come on, guys. She hasn't changed her team once this entire year. Oh, yeah. She had Dewan that one day when he vice captain, he got her 216.
Mira, go on our community page. If you go on our community page, the link is there.
Ooh, she got 344 one day, and she's not even playing.
Brutal.
Yeah, Arv, I need to update those playlists. I know it. Oh, man, I got away from that. It takes a minute to do that. I did update the Mirzapur playlist, but yeah.
Do I believe SRH will make it to the finals? I do. I think they're the hottest team. I'm telling you. All right. Are they going to lose to RCB? Are they going to lose to RCB?
I don't think RCB is going to go in. I already said that.
All right. So that means they got to go play the loser of 1-2. More than likely, Mumbai will beat DC, and DC's been shaky. You know DC's been shaky. So if Mumbai beats DC and it's DC versus SRH, who do you take in that game? In a vacuum?
DC.
Really? Wow. Okay.
And let me tell you why. Now, it's not by much. DC only has one more win than SRH is going to have. But SRH has looked bad against teams that they probably should have beat, decently. They have looked bad this year. Whether Bairstow was clicking or Bairstow wasn't on the squad, they have looked bad. They have that tendency, just like RCB, to put in those stinkers. I don't put much faith in SRH. Could they win? Yes, anybody could that's going to the playoffs. And besides probably RCB. But I'm hoping they do because I like RCB. They're just looking really, really struggling right now.
Chitil says,
I don't trust SRH, and they're going to have to win at least 2. At least, no. They're going to have to win at least 3 games to win the final.
I didn't say they win. I said they go. In a row. I didn't say they win. I said they go. So Chitil says, Gabe, stop being delusional. Stop being delusional. SRH's middle order is garbage. I agree. They are garbage. But between Saha, Warner, Pandey, I should say, and who's their fourth guy now? Wow, it's on the tip of my tongue. Who's their fourth guy, dude? Not Bairstow. Could you imagine if they bring back Bairstow too for the playoffs? I don't think they do it, but
listen, AJ, I'm an RCB fan. They've lost 4 in a row, and they've been ugly. I chose RCB to win the entire thing. You think I want to be wrong about that? You think I want Gabe to worship my feet for the rest of his life if I got that one right?
That wouldn't happen, but still.
You would be so impressed.
Oh, Kane Williamson And Holder.
I'm telling you, I want RCB to win.
Yeah, Williamson and Holder. You guys forget Holder can put up 30 runs easy, and he's been getting wickets every single game he plays. I'm telling you, team's dangerous.
RCB's team is dangerous too when they're firing. Every team's dangerous when they're firing, but I just don't trust SRH to keep it going.
It's going to be good, though.
They do have Sharma. They do have Khan. They have this Natarajan guy who's been showing up. So they got some decent bowlers. And they have the best bowler they're not even using right now in Khalil Ahmed.
Jeez, you will not fall. And you say I'm hard-headed. You will not get off.
I'm messing around. You are dead serious when you're hard-headed. I'm just goofing around.
Stop it.
They know I'm goofing around. I know I got that pick way wrong. Okay, but I'm just messing around right now. But you hold on to things no matter what. I love
Hold on. Somebody just said Williamson, not Holder. Have you guys realized SRH has won every game since Holder came in? Holder's gotten wickets in every single game. Give my man some respect. Give my man some love. Put some respect on his name.
Vamsy, super chat. Told you everyone discounts SRH, but they always shock you. Okay. If they always shock us, and this is not me being hateful, but I'm just going to the comment, Vamsy. They have their one championship 2016. That's great. Why don't they have more championships if they always shock us, right?
They said, oh, I'm sorry, they lost one. They were 1-5, and then they lost one since Holder's been in there. Holder's done his job. Just saying. Holder's done his job.
Holder's the problem, to tell you the truth. They bring in Khalil Ahmed, they'll be having much better chances.
Holder will be a walking wicket in front of Bumrah. Most guys are going to be a walking wicket in front of Bumrah.
Ain't that the truth?
Bro, he's gotten my captain at least twice this year, bro. And early, too. Like, come on, dude.
SRH is the same as the Deccan Chargers. Okay, then they have 2 championships. You know I like that name Chargers. Come on, guys. Maybe it's just every time I rooted for SRH this year, they lost. But it just seems like they cannot be consistent enough. They have played much better. You want to be playing your best going into the playoffs. Winning 3 against playoff teams is a tall order.
I cannot highlight the comments. Minutium says, Gabe, look at the bright side. At least your funeral didn't go to waste. Yeah, but I wanted to do another funeral today. I wanted to have the SRH funeral. You know, gosh.
Yeah, the bright side, Gabe. There you go. I'm just here to see Nick's face. What, so I can cry? Not crying today, pal. This game is meaningless for Mumbai, and they still haven't lost yet.
Jihan with a
chat from Jahan. We got, should Warner be allowed to have leadership role for Australia again? Thoughts. Also, Stark, Pattinson, or Siddle for third fast bowling spot in the test side. Should Warner be allowed to have leadership role for Australia again? You got to be talking limited overs where, you know, Finch is there with the T20 team. Is Finch also the captain for ODI? I know Payne's the captain for tests.
I believe so. I think it's Finchy.
I think Warner has done more this season to make an argument. Yes. I think he's there to make an argument. Talking about someone like Steve Smith, he is not, and this is the IPL, I get what you guys are going to say. It's 2 different languages here. But he has not shown enough recently in cricket to make an argument that he should be the captain. But yeah, I think that's fair enough. I think Warner has shown enough to have that argument. I don't think he's shown enough for it to be, you know, a foregone conclusion.
I like Stark. What about you? I like Mitchell Stark as the third fast bowler.
I take Stark any day.
Pattinson has chicks in the armor, and Siddle, I'll
take Stark any day and twice on Sunday. We got a super chat here from Ravi. SRH has lost games but hasn't collapsed. That's why their net run rate is so high. Good point. I want to say they've had at least one where they only scored like minimal runs. But yeah, the net run rate does not lie, right?
Andy says, might be worth looking at what Bairstow is like after being dropped. Usually come back big. Guys, that's what I'm saying. Like, Do you mess with the chemistry and bring back Bairstow and replace for Kane Williamson? What do you guys think? Williamson ain't gonna give you 100. He ain't gonna put up 100 like Bairstow can.
And I just say, and I get it because Williamson bats lower on the lineup, but can I just say I haven't been too impressed with Williamson in the IPL. Yeah, here we go, right here. Sunrisers, they lost to King. This is what helped their net run rate. They lost to Kings 11. They scored 114. Okay? They scored 114. They only had to get to 127. They scored 114, and they were bowled out.
I remember that.
That's a collapse, in my opinion. Now, their net run rate didn't go too bad because Punjab only had 126. So they only beat them by the 12 runs, but they couldn't get to 127. That was the one I was thinking about. They had some other really good matches, though, where they chased RCB in the 15th over. Ugh.
Thank you for the super chat there, Rajiv. Thank you for the super chat. Vaseem, do you see that one, Nick?
Yeah, I'm looking at the points table right now. They also lost by 20 to CSK, where they put up 147. They've had some clunkers right there for sure. Let's see. Another boundary. What else is new? Here we go. Vamsey. By the way, SRH was DC before, and they won one championship too. Yeah. I corrected myself eventually. The Chargers have won one. SRH has won one, so they have two altogether. See, I always get confused. When I did the overview for SRH, I wasn't sure in the IPL if it's one of those situations where the team became that team or they just lost their spot and then the SRH came in and took that spot. But now that I know that the Chargers turned into SRH, yes, that's two championships, which is awesome. The IPL's only been around since 2008. So for 12, 13 years,
listen,
I'll take two.
Kane Williamson is one of the big four. I get it. He's up there rated with Kohli, rated with Ben Stokes, Williamson, and who's the fourth player, Nick? That's the big four.
Root.
Is it Root? Okay. So again, I just think that this year, just based on this year, who do you think is gonna give you a bigger score? Yeah, he scored in 2018 733 runs. He hasn't done anything close to that this year, guys. Anything. So I would probably go with, but then again, he also is not gonna get dismissed on a duck like our boy Bairstow has done many a times this year. So it's just tough. I don't know, guys. It's just tough.
Ben Stokes is not the captain, so that's why he's not in the top four. Those are all captains of their squads.
Oh, my bad. It's not Stokes, it's Steve Smith. And, I love me some Smudge. We'll see what happens. Look
at Warner in his 73. But like Gabe said, everyone and their brother has Warner, so
can't It ain't helping my standings, cousin. It's not helping anyone's standings, actually. Everybody has them.
Let's see. The guy in front of me. Oh, the guy in front of me does not have him, but he's still got himself some points because he has Saha and he has Yadav. The guy in front of me there does not have him, so we made Kane Williamson his vice. There's Warner again. He's all lathered up. Save some for the playoffs, brother.
We already voted, guys. Aren't you guys voted? We voted. I've been voted. I got an appointment I do need to get to at 10:30. But we already voted. We got that out of the way. I got it at least out of the way almost 2 weeks ago.
Why would you wait till voting day? No, thank you.
It's a nightmare out there. Super chat by Jihan. Thank you, Jihan.
Even though I think I did vote on voting day last time, it wasn't too bad. I went to the high school. All right. Jahan, thank you. Yes. Sorry, I didn't explain. Warner was banned from leadership roles after the ball tampering scandal. He was vice captain of the Test ODI side and captain of the T20 side, whose fortunes he revived at the time. Yeah. I did assume that you were talking because post Cape Town. But I didn't realize that he had all those leadership roles, vice captain of Test and ODI and captain of T20. I know that when Steve Smith and him went down, I can't remember the other guy's name. Sorry, that you're talking about 2 leadership roles that went down with that whole scandal. I still got to watch Cross the Line, but I did not know that he revived the fortunes of the T20 side. So, Jahan, I got a question for you, my friend, and all Australian fans. Which format team do you have most confidence in? Bancroft, thank you. Which formats team do you have more confidence in? Are they all pretty evenly matched, the Test, ODI, and T20? Or is one just like, this is our can't miss, and then here and there? Because going from the Test series, it looks like they're still building that Test squad, or maybe they're not the top, the creme of the crop. So maybe is it their ODI squad that's their best, and then T20, and then Test? I'm just curious.
I like this comment over here. Jihan is the Gale of Super Chat.
The universe boss.
Universe boss. I am sad that we're not going to see the universe boss in the playoffs, man.
Yes, I agree. His season was too short.
So, Nick,
7 off 25. This match will be over. I said the 15th over, so I was wrong by that.
Oh, my gosh. This is so brutal.
No, it's not. It's beautiful. What are you talking about?
I hate
Dude, I
you.
was so stressed out yesterday. I'm so glad RCB squeaked in. I was so stressed.
Oh, I know you were. That's how I'm feeling right now.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, we definitely know about the sandpaper. That's what I said, Cape Town. Definitely.
It'll be over.
Look at Dr. Vide. None of the Fab Four have done the best this year, Gabe, but you don't drop them.
I hear you. I mean, you're right. Smudge hasn't done well this year. Coley hasn't done. I think Coley's actually done the best out of the Fab Four, right? Because it's Smudge, Coley, Williamson, and
I don't think Coley's considered in the top in the Fab Four.
He should be. He's the captain of that international team.
Smudge, Williamson, Root. Oh, I guess Coley, yeah.
Yeah. And Root didn't even play.
Let's get a 6. Let's finish it on a 6 on Coulter Nile.
Yeah, I'm calling it right now. Warner's going to finish it on a 6. Ah, gosh, it's over, KKR fans. It's over.
Are you surprised by that?
Unfortunately, I am. I was praying beyond praying.
Australia is number 1 in tests and in T20s. Wow.
Gabe, give a send-off to KKR. I just figured I had the camo hat, so I will use the military salute there.
Jahan, you didn't have to respond with a super chat, my friend. Yeah, so we got to that one already. All right, so Jahan with the super chat. Australians test side is back on top now. They've got their batting sorted out now. Always had the bowling. T20 is okay. ODI, they've been poor since winning the 2015 World Cup, but building it back again now. Wow, look at JL and that test squad. Now, I know they weren't garbage when they had this scandal, but you lose 2 of your best players. That's tough.
That's tough.
Bancroft is not, he's not horrible, right? I'm not sure how good he is compared to the other guys. But now they're number 1 again. It's interesting. How do you feel, Gabe, about ranking teams before they play their first match that season?
They do it in college football all the time. I don't like it simply because, players change, coaching changes, philosophies change. You know what I mean? You got to see
performance just changes.
Yeah, performance just changes. Oh, boy. So you think he'll finish it now, Nick? A boundary. I'm calling it. He's going to finish it on this ball. Finishing this out with a boundary. Darn you, David Warner. Darn you. Well, at least it was David Warner that gave me the 80 and hooked up my fantasy points. Just saying.
This is what Gabe's been saying all day. Mumbai deliberately lost to remove KKR.
Listen, I made that comment and I got crushed for it, but it is what it is.
I'm calling it right now, Gabe. Super over.
Even Renil wouldn't call for a super over right now. You really think that they're going to last 20 balls?
Totally. I believe with everything in my, every fiber of my being.
You're out of control. You're out of control.
The opening partnership. That's just crazy. Update the score. Yeah, a little bit, isn't it?
Abhishek, I did mention that already yesterday on our 3 wickets. It's KKR has nobody to blame but themselves. Bottom line.
Absolutely.
Bottom line.
The problem is they didn't realize that you were rooting for him.
You know what I mean? I got to make a call. I'm calling SRK personally.
I apologize for choosing your team.
No. I'm calling him to make some changes. SRK should make sure he knows who is the captain next year. Oh, I'm going to get on the phone with him and make that conversation. Trust me, guys. I got you covered.
Thanks for this super chat. India 2.0. SRK should make sure. Hey, Gabe just read that. Does SRK have that much influence on who the captain is?
He owns the team.
I know, but does he really have that much influence? Not everyone's Jerry Jones, right?
I was about to say, does Jerry Jones have influence? How about the Steinbrenner?
Jerry Jones made himself the general manager. How many championships have they won since Jerry Jones is the general manager?
It's a good point.
0.
Bro, Nick, they're trying to make this interesting. Now, single dot. Just finish it. Put it up. Finish him.
You can only score 80 odd runs in 20 overs. It doesn't really inspire confidence. Yes, I know.
Nick, finish him.
Not even 1 wicket. Guys, I'm not worried at all. This is a meaningless game.
Flawless victory.
And if they lose to DC on Thursday, I am not. I know Gabe, he's going to love it if that happens. I am not going to blame the decision to rest those guys. I'm not. Call me stubborn. Vignette, Gabe will be seen today with KKR shirt on a boat and flaming arrow. Viking funeral.
Viking funeral. I mean, I technically, they already had their funeral. This is just like the wake for me.
There you go, Warner. He finished on a boundary, like you said.
On a boundary.
85, Warner. SRH, congratulations. You're in. The playoffs needed some orange in there. Ownership group is happy, and they should be. I did not think this team was going to get to the playoffs 2 weeks ago. So good on them.
IPL, exciting as promised.
Oh, yeah.
Last game determined it all.
Look at that. KKR is the only team with 14 points that are out of the playoffs. RCB moves number 4. SRH increased their net run rate.
All right, people. Let's salute to KKR. Next season. Don't worry. I'm making a phone call.
Already with the next season. I love it.
I'm making a phone call. Yeah. Goodbye, KKR. Nah. Hey. Goodbye. It's over.
Gabe, let's do a little recap real quick. Okay, just a short little recap. Your wife and mistress, did they make it to the playoffs?
They were both disappointing. Both disappointing, I'm not going to lie. However, I'm a loyal dude. That's why I needed a wife and a mistress. So I'll be rocking with him again next year, cousin. Rocking with him. It's all good.
Ask me if the two teams, my wife and mistress, if they made it to the playoffs. Go ahead and ask me.
I don't got to ask that question.
Revenge. Justice for the CPL. Justice for the Tridents. Justice for all of those pain and misery right there that we had. Now, I chose 3 teams to go to the playoffs. 2 of them are my wife or mistress. Can you imagine if DC wins the whole thing? I would not be surprised with my luck.
Glorious.
If you're a DC fan, your chances just went up dramatically.
Yes, the wife did not satisfy me. And unfortunately, neither did the mistress. That's
so
your
the
job.
mistress is our second team. Because we had so much love for these teams, we had our overviews and all the teams. I told Gabe, and he agreed. We got to choose our main team, and we got to choose a second team like that. We first called it a secret love. And then the term mistress came out because that's what a mistress is, right? Not that I would know. Gabe wouldn't know. But, we see it on the movies or whatever. You have your mistress. You have your little side piece or whatever. So that's what our mistress is. It's our second team. Stop. Hey, I've heard it called that already. All right. Vidiac, the super chat. Gabe's wife didn't satisfy him this year.
It's rough. It's rough, people. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? But guys, anyway, I got to get ready for this meeting. I got at 10:30 this morning, this appointment. It was a lot of fun today. Nick, congratulations. 3 out of your 4 picks all in the playoffs. I mean, bro, you've got a 75% chance of one of your picks winning the championship this year.
I know my
chance.
Okay. It's not looking good.
You're talking about it's not looking bro. I mean, what are you kidding me? How could you got a 75% chance of one of your teams you picked at the end of the season hoisting the trophy? Really? You don't feel good about your odds? I feel good if at least I had one.
I don't feel good about my luck. I don't feel good about my history. I'm telling you, if you're a DC fan, you should feel really, really good right now.
Han, what are you doing to me? Han Solo, Gabe, just like the Knicks, they'll always be next year. No, Han, you're wrong, because I have no hope for the Knicks. The Knicks have no hope for the Knicks. No Knicks fan says next year. You know what Knicks fans say? You know what? Sell the team, James Dolan. Sell the team and fire everybody. That's what Knicks fans say. This year, I'm just saying, can I get a little guy Quad earlier next year? That's what I'm saying, CSK. Can we get guy Quad a little earlier next year? You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's all we're saying.
You'll definitely see him earlier next year. Arav, yes, I had a 90% or higher chance. Yes. All right. I did have a secret crush on Rajasthan Royals. I did. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you always being there with us since the beginning, especially since the beginning of this IPL season. Like I said, I will be taking a break tomorrow. I'm not sure if Gabe will be here. Let him decide on that. These games do start even earlier for us now, but we will be back for the first playoff game, for the first inning of the first playoff game in the men's IPL soon enough. We will be here for Saturday for women's IPL action. And until next time.
That's 6 runs.